Hi, how you darn?
How you doing? Little Wheezy, yeah, baby, I'ma take my turn. I always thought it was funny. He was saying, time to take a shit in your urn. He's gonna pee on people. R. Kelly? Is that what we're talking about? No, Lil Wayne. Get out
On
of here.
toilet bowl, bitch. So, he does kind of take you away from there, you know what I'm saying?
Either way, it's fine. We're talking about Pokemon. We're talking about Costco. We're talking about value shopping, couponing, saving money, spending money, becoming more mature with your thoughts and your values. Makes you feel different when you see someone on sale. Talking about shopping at Costco. Talking about Pokemon cards. There's certain ways they put together Pokemon cards to try to maximize interest and surprise and reward or whatever. And this is a similar idea proposed with McDonald's Monopoly.
Yeah,
You
totally.
feel me? There's a whole documentary on HBO about it, about how it was like all fake.
Yeah, that's
so,
crazy.
so I think they came back with it, McDonald's Monopoly, but that was all fake. And like the people who were just making the fucking things, like along that chain of command of passing it from the person who creates the thing and creates the pieces that are Boardwalk and Park Place or whatever, and like distributing them out to the public. Like there's like just a passing over from human to human, from air system to air system, who's just like gonna potentially fall into the corruption path. It's like, yeah, that's what was happening. So I was just like connecting those two dots. You were talking about Pokemon as well. So I was like, maybe the people who are making, like, who's determining who gets these packs? You were talking about San Antonio. They might not get like the super coolest packs that might get the biggest pop online, you know,
Well, I was thinking
versus other big cities or what?
I guess I was thinking about promotional stuff. Like if they only have like 200 promotional pieces, then they're probably going to send them to bigger cities like these packs. But like what's in the pack, I think Wizards of the Coast is one of the companies that makes them. I think they make Pokemon too. They definitely make Magic the Gathering.
They make the cards themselves, or they make the series.
They make the cards themselves. Like they print them on this like a big sheet of paper, and then they cut them off of the papers, and then like serialize them in a way where they're then randomly distributed into packs. And they're like known to have integrity, to be like the forerunner of like making cards, basically trading cards. And then you've seen like Tops.
Yeah, there's like the baseball and the athletic cards. Yeah, football, basketball.
I'm trying to think of what other baseball cards there are besides Tops. But yeah, the football cards are not made by Wizards of the Coast.
Okay. Basketball cards.
Yeah, they also came out with a Disney one called Lorcana. Have you seen that?
A Disney one called Lorcana?
They have them at like HEBs and stuff if you ever pop in the card aisle. It's just like Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and then Lorcana. And then it's like based on Disney characters.
Oh, okay.
And they're trying to get like kids into a new trading card game, basically.
The trading and collecting games?
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that still popping? Those cards worth anything?
They gotta do it or something. The rare ones. Hell yeah.
But Pokemon's like the front runner, you know? Right?
Like, hold on to those bitches.
Are those the most expensive? There's like $1 million Magic the Gathering card?
Yeah.
Right? Is that the most expensive card out there?
Well, the thing about that one is Post Malone paid $1 million for it, but he was like, I'll pay you $1 million for it. It wasn't like priced that. How do you price? It's impossible. It's one of one. There was only one. So like it could have only gone for $500,000, or maybe he could have taken it to auction and got 2 or 3 million. I don't know. But then Post was just like, I'll buy it for $1 million right now. And the guy was like, okay. So then now it's worth $1 million. I say, you know,
that's banana sandwich.
What's something worth? What something will pay? I guess is like the truest answer.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah,
Pokemon's the biggest on average, you think?
I would say most popular, but the Magic the Gathering cards are like expensive, like especially the older ones. They're called the Power 9. They were like the first rarest cards that were like more expensive than every other card, and then now they're like super expensive, like you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars for. They also grade them. Have you know about that process?
It's so crazy. It's like RuneScape with the fucking. There's an item in there. It's called like a party hat. It does nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it's so expensive.
It's just a clout.
It became a symbol. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I was wearing a party hat. It's like that guy spent fucking mills on that shit, dog. It does nothing except to say you got mills to spend.
I'd love to talk more about cards, but you know what I think is more interesting?
What?
On RuneScape?
Okay.
There's a deep web like conspiracy theory out there, proven by science.
Okay.
that the economy of the trading in what do they call the GTS, the Grand Trading,
the GTE, Grand Changing Exchange, Trading Exchange.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know. Yeah. The thing where you go buy the stuff.
Yeah, like that economy is like directly correlated to the world economy. And the reason
Really?
it's directly correlated is because I'm sorry, I'm not laughing. This is terrible.
Oh no!
What I'm about to say is terrible.
Don't take me. Take me.
Okay, so in Venezuela specifically, there are people who just mine gold in RuneScape and then sell that gold to like a website, and then that website sells gold to players in like a illegal fashion. I mean, legal is like a strong word, but it's against the rules to like buy gold, and if you get caught, you could like get banned. But people do it anyways. So, and like in Venezuela, for whatever reason, culturally, people just decided that the money that they were making in their sweatshops and the amount of fatigue and stress that they were going through working in those stress shops, sweatshops, it's easier or maybe a better life for you to mine RuneScape gold and then save up enough money to get someone to take you to the United States. And that became like a fucking cultural thing over the last 6 to 9 months, that there were a ton of people just grinding RuneScape trying to get out of tyranny, bro.
Yo.
So the thing is like how shitty Venezuela was an indicator of how the world economy was doing, and then how shitty Venezuela is doing is an indicator of how many people were deciding to mine gold on RuneScape. So then when all the gold flooded the economy in RuneScape, it crashed the economy because there was so much money. Everyone's spending a lot of money. That means people could jack up prices because everyone had money to spend, and then that would make the poorer people not able to buy things anymore. And then because of that, then like you could directly see on a graph, it's like, here's the RuneScape economy, here's the world economy, and it was like month to month to month to month. It's just on par, dude. It's crazy.
What, you saw this? Where'd you see this?
I got a nerdy algorithm sometimes. It's a conspiracy nerdy, and this video just like fed right into me. You know?
No, that's crazy, dog.
Hilarious, bro. I'd seen it 2 or 3 times, but I hadn't seen a video explaining the culture of mining gold in Venezuela was really high. And then they explained it's because like it's an easier job. I mean, they only make like $5 an hour doing it if they're good at it, but it's better than making $8 an hour and like breaking your finger, or like working a 16-hour shift in a sweatshop with someone who's like yelling at you and shit. It's like, fuck that, I'll just stay at home and fucking grind the scapes, dog.
Dude, yeah, you can play that shit forever, dog. That shit's crazy. I wonder how many other video games it's happening with. People are playing all those video games too.
I guess people make a well. The thing about it is like, no one wants to make $5 an hour, so it's like not worth it to most people to like. I don't know what you would do. I guess like in Madden terms, you could like I have 3 million sitting in my saving account, 3 million coin, currency, whatever, and I think it costs like if you were gonna legally buy it, I think it's like $25 for 500K. So I could sell it for $150. But if I was living in like rural Mexico or something like that, $150 might help my family not, eat dinner, So imagine just some kid grinding Madden Ultimate Team so he can help pay for dinner, bro. The world's a crazy place.
What's going on the internet? Crazy things.
But I guess like the reality of that is it's just
buying $1 million Magic the Gathering card.
Here in America, we'd rather work at In-N-Out. That's why I tell anybody is like
Chick-fil-A.
The barrier to entry is really low. The culture is really great, and you can make decent money. It's like that's good for your life, no matter where. If you're in a shitty spot and you need money and things aren't going well, you could do that and be okay. America offers that, which is cool. Now, granted, this if you come in here and you don't have your papers or green card, it's harder to get in those positions for sure.
Yeah, it's a whole thing we're dealing with. We're all just trying to survive, but then attached to that, we're trying to do it our way, or like.
That's part of it.
We gotta
right?
figure it out. Yeah, we all have to do that. We're all tasked with that.
Yeah, there's that.
Prepared in the image of God.
Some people don't.
But we're self-conscious.
Are more risk adverse and value security so much that they're not trying to do things like their own way per se. I always think of that Frank Sinatra song when you see someone who like chooses the path that's like individualistic, but then they take like a hit for it. Like there's some kind of sacrifice for being individualistic, and then that song plays where it's like, I did it my way. Like a lot of people aspire to like be that kind of guy who. There's also that poem by Robert Frost where he talks about like I think it's called Invictus, and at the end he's basically like, I'm the master of my own destiny, and that's more valuable to me than like that big salary you could have paid me, or that relationship that I had to suffer through to like have a partner. It's like, no, like I'm at least at the end of the day, I'm the captain of my own boat, and that's worth something to some people,
That's all we got.
Some people are like, I got security, bitch. I got a house, bitch. And I'm like, how much is your soul worth? Like, is your soul happy? Because if it's not, that's like a bigger problem. And just ejecting isn't gonna make your soul happy per se. It's like that's a tougher task.
Yeah, it's just we're not like aware of I think the breadth and depth of like kind of what we're like just like taking apart in, like, you know what I'm saying? I think we're like super, because we have to be. We are literally in our own minds, but like we are part of like a different level of like a thought pool.
Like we're connected, you mean? Yeah, have you seen Pluribus yet?
No.
So Pluribus is like really one of the most popular shows on Apple TV. The season 1 finale's already happened, so people have had plenty of time to watch it. Skip ahead 5 minutes if you don't want spoilers. Just gonna lightly comb through one of these ideas. This is just introductory stuff. The alien invasion happens, but the way the alien invasion happens is basically like a frequency more or less comes through and taps into everyone's mind. So you see them go like ah, and then they like wake up, and then they're like a hive mind. And the idea is like everybody is in everybody's mind, but we're also like in your individual body. But you could just like tell me like, hey, we need to go do this. And like, but the other thing is like, you would only know that because like someone in leadership told you this thing. But like the leaders are just like appointed arbitrarily because it doesn't matter because like they're all equals. But it's like the grand decision for everybody that everyone checked out. And, you know, because you were a part of that conversation too, is that now we're going to do this, this, and this. And then the time to move the truck from this spot to this spot is that. And like you've been assigned to do that. So like, do you mind moving the truck? And then the person's always like, you know, doesn't even say anything. Just like they're happy to work like worker ants or like bees in a beehive. It's like no problem. Like they're all on task doing whatever it is for the grand plan. But then the thing about Pluribus, or well, I don't know why they call it that honestly, but the main character and maybe like 7 other characters in the world, they didn't get affected by the
okay.
And then they're kind of freaking out. They're like, what the fuck is going on? Like there's no more government, but they've also like streamlined everything. So it's like you get free electricity and free food, and like and they're nice as fuck. They'll even make you food every day. Like they come over with breakfast. They're like, hey, you doing okay? You need anything? And then if you were like, yeah, I need an AR-15 because I'm a little nervous right now. They're like, yeah, sure. Do you want the green or the black one? Like they're got whatever you want. They're super cool. But then like I think that's a translative idea, like from a writing point of view of like this idea of like if you were to take mushrooms and feel like, oh, everything is everything and we're all fractals of one diamond, and then God is the light shining through and I'm just a reflection of God's light through a fractal. But truthfully, there's no difference between you and I. And maybe even when we die, we'll come back together just as light and there won't be separation. I feel like that idea got turned into like this idea is what it feels like to me in Pluribus. And then the idea being that like we are the hive mind. It's just like it's hidden from us by our ego.
Yes. The lens that we're all dealing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I think we must need the ego. It's like, I think it's like when a rocket takes off, it needs like extra jets, and then eventually you shed those jets. I think that's like we must need the ego to like get us in the air, and then you probably need to shed it to get to outer orbit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like, why would we have it? You know what I'm saying? Why would God design us like this?
Yeah, this is what's going on. You know?
Yeah.
Just doing that shit, man. Buying Pokemon cards, buying Magic the Gathering cards, buying party hats just to put them on.
The wealth status. I saw, speaking of wealth status, there was this thread talking about there was an app initially, and like the first 3 months of the Apple Store or the App Store on iPhones ever being open, where you like go on the App Store and find like cut the rope and shit, you know. It was just like a red light, and it was like, this app does nothing except remind you that you're incredibly rich every time you open your phone. It's like there are no hidden features. This is just a wealth symbol. And anytime your friend looks at your phone, they're going to see this app and know that you have wealth. And it cost $1,000 for an app that did nothing. It sold 8 times.
Okay. Okay.
And then the store banned it. The App Store. I think they were nervous because it like had just launched. Because everyone's like, why would they ban it? Like, it clearly said what it was. No false advertising. But I think that Apple was like worried about being predatory, taking advantage of people. Like, we don't want any reason to take down our new program, our new wave. That Motorola Razr's dead. It's iPhone for days, and we're not taking any risks. Is what I think happened. But motherfuckers were buying it.
8?
8 of them sold.
Over how long of a period of time?
I think it was 3 weeks is how long the app was up. I don't think I'm
Like
making that up.
$1,000?
Yeah, $8,000. 3 weeks.
Yo.
I
And
would
what
have
did it
been.
do exactly? Just like put something on like your phone, like lock screen?
It was just like an app.
Okay.
And then the app was like a black background with like a red diamond kind of like light in it. And it was just like people will see that app on your phone and say, "Oh fuck, dude, you have the wealth app." That's it. That's it. I think when you opened it up, it was just like the red diamond thing. Like it didn't even like you couldn't even do anything.
What? How would people see it? You're like showing people?
The first selling point is like it's a reminder for yourself that every time you open your phone, you're like, "Yeah, I'm rich as fuck, bitch. I got the wealth symbol. I drive a Porsche, bitch."
Okay. Word.
And then it was like, also, if anybody would ever borrow your phone or look over your shoulder at your phone and see that, you're gonna stun them. Oh,
What a stunner.
got the wealth app, yo. That's ridiculous, yo.
He paid a rag for that. I paid a rag for that. He paid a rag for that.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
But that's close to the party
Dude.
hat, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's literally what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a well symbol.
One thing I would think about it differently. I would buy a party hat as an investment. It's probably gonna go up in value, at least retain value, and then you get to wear it in the meantime. And if you only take a 10% loss on a wealth symbol that you had for 3 years and you were treated differently for 3 years and you took a 10% loss on an investment, it's not the worst thing in the world. But then if the rug gets pulled and then party hats way drop in value, well, then that would suck. And that's kind of what people think is going to happen to Bitcoin, is that eventually, and then it's like, how would it dramatically drop in value, a party hat or a Bitcoin? It would have to be something from the structural thing of RuneScape. So like you can't wear this on your head anymore. It'll only stay in your inventory. It's like, oh, prices would tank, especially when you get into a selling frenzy. Because if I see it drop 20% in value, I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna sell it for even cheaper, which makes other people freak out. Turns into a whole thing. And I think Bitcoin's the same thing. If regulatory wise, we were like, right now it's considered property, not currency. I'm not sure if they legally change it to currency, not property, if that would change things. If all the people, the major investors in Bitcoin sold all their Bitcoin, that would really fuck up like the internal mechanics of its value.
Mm-hmm.
Started
There has to be
selling
utility.
frenzy.
You know, there has to be something true that it's doing, accomplishing a problem it's solving, or something that we need, or something that makes something easier.
The party hat's not
Yeah.
at all.
No. It's different if it's like a weapon that's like really expensive, you know what I'm saying? Certain weapons can do certain
That
special
protects
attacks
its
and stuff.
value, right? Unless mechanically they change what it does, but its value is protected by the fact it has utility.
Mm-hmm.
Party has no utility.
Nah.
Bitcoin has utility, so if they took away
That's
the
pure wealth symbol, no utility.
yeah, it's ridiculous, and people aspire to have that.
Except it makes you feel like more, or like you see it as well, or like to see yourself having it, or be to having it, and then the ability to determine if like people are going to need this anyway. Yeah, like the utility. It's like the weapon versus a pure party hat, and maybe that app would increase or decrease in value, or what they sell it for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Different levels.
yeah, right. I just make more expensive. The $10,000 one. Don't
The
come
$1
down
million
on price.
app, dog.
Oh, yeah, you get one motherfucker.
The $1 million
bro.
Magic the Gathering card. The $1 million wealth symbol app.
Because you'll get sick of Fred in accounting always flexing his red dot. And you'd be like, you're not even wealthy, dog. That's why people go and get the fat Rolex. They're like, don't even say nothing. Just start wearing it.
Gotta like that.
Yeah, people stop talking so much. I don't like all that talk. I don't like all that insecurity talk. You're talking too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I think in that position you would hold firm. I don't think you'd ever come down in price, because even if like the interest in you left for the time being, it's like, don't devalue the product. It's like just try to regarner interest, you know, because once you devalue the product, it's very hard to revalue or like increase value. Culturally, it's like it's acceptable as a person to say like, oh yeah, we were off of that, but now we're onto that because of this, this, and this. It's like that's back in style. But then like, you know, you can see like Olive Garden go like to like being less of a, like when I was a kid, I feel like that was a much more cool place to go eat food. But now it's more like like fast food dining. I don't know if you get that perception from Olive Garden. Maybe that's a bad example.
Fast food dining.
Yeah, I feel like there's a new level of like Chili's is almost like fast food dining. Olive Garden's fast food dining. Applebee's, whereas like they used to have a little more gusto to them.
Okay.
Saltgrass is not that thing. They're like obviously not fine dining, but they're not like Chili's. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that what were we talking about? Fucking not Applebee's, not Chili's. Olive Garden used to be a little bit more like Saltgrass, but then
the restaurant experience.
Yeah,
when we were like kids.
Maybe I was a kid, so I'm like, am I wrong? But I think that's a thing. I think
you're right.
They sold the Darden, and then they drove price points down and tried to make it more accessible to people, and then they kind of like lowered the value of their brand a little bit. And now it's like, if I want to take a date to Olive Garden, it's like, you're gonna take me to Olive Garden? That's what I think might happen. Versus that maybe before that wouldn't happen. You know, it's like, oh, I love and never ending pasta.
Breadsticks, homie.
Breadsticks,
homie. Dog. I'm sorry, but yeah, ideas.
I love
the
thinking
ego
about this shit,
separating
dude.
us.
We're talking about fucking RuneScape and Magic the Gathering, but we're not. We're talking about a marketplace and an economy. Yeah. I'm super into that.
Yeah, RuneScape's the shit, dog.
I remember back in the day, I remember specifically, we were walking to the Wildy from Lumbee. We had all our gear and everything. And this guy was like, I'll buy your RuneScape me for 30K. And I had paid 22K for it. And I'm like, well, I do. Like, that is how I make my money. It was like a buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. And I was like, it's just not worth it to me to like give it to you and then go find one
the
for
process again, another one.
Yeah, I was like, but if you pay 40K for it, I'll do it. And then he was like, okay, I'll pay 40K for it. And I was like, sorry guys, I'll meet you in the Wildy. I gotta go find another RuneScape me. Because it's like, that's the name of the game. It's just buy low, sell high. And then it's funny, like that feeling of like, that's not worth it for me. Like 8 grand profit, not worth it. Make 18 grand profit. No, then yeah, I'll do a little more work. And that's just economy. That's just like, it's fucking business, you know what I'm saying? But it was RuneScape. But I remember like that moment sticks in my head of like having to evaluate. I was like, no, that's if I want to make money, you know what I'm saying? If I want to be about my business, I gotta do this real quick.
Yeah.
It's hard to make money, or like when you don't have any money and you look at all the things you want to buy, you're like, fuck, I gotta find some kind of mechanism to get shit, you know?
Go mine some fucking gold, baby. What's the fucking gold?
The first guy to be like to make it out of Venezuela because he was mining RuneScape gold.
Yeah, I know that like there's like a path you can take that gets your character like the ability to do the quests and do the things and like maximize the mining stat. So you're just doing that, dog. You know, and you're just going hard. Because there was a point, there's like eventually they created a mini game to where you can like make this or like, gather the ores that are required to make the armors and the shit.
I've seen you in the mines before.
Yeah, there's like a mini game almost kind of dedicated to it now. Okay. You just like grind up to the level to where you can do that for gold. Then just make gold.
You turn it into GP somehow?
You turn it into like amulets and things that people can
sell for GP.
Use, or like high alchemy. There's like certain dynamics within the game that, you know, give it to a pinch point. Like, this is more valuable. Like, we need this thing.
Yeah.
It like supplies because there's like, I guess a whole bunch of different stats and like you get different experience from doing different things. And it's a whole economy of that. It's a whole thing.
There's 12-year-olds.
RuneScape is deep, dog.
Who are competing with
RuneScape is deep.
40-year-old Venezuelan men trying to make it out of their country.
Me, like the 3rd grade. Hey, we can put tons of GP, right? This is awesome.
If you write your password backwards, it'll glow.
Fucking going hard, bro.
If you want a party hat, automatically all you have to do is write your password backwards.
What?
That's like a scam people would do in RuneScape in the early days. Because like,
oh yeah.
If you did your password, it would star it out. But if you did it backwards, it wouldn't star it out. And then they would just write down your user and your password, and then later they'd get on your account and trade themselves all your shit. You're like 10 years old, like, where's all my shit?
You wake up in your bank and they just dropped everything, and then it's like went to go switch and pick it up.
Oh man, it's terrible, man. Yeah, I guess there's some kind of regulator on it now where it's like you can't take too much money for something. Like if it's valued at 200,000 GP, you can't trade something worth 5,000 GP. I think it says no, or maybe you have to say like, no, I want to do this like a few times.
No, reconfirm, yeah.
Well, then you could just steal their stuff easily.
Yeah, dude. There was a time where they were like, I remember flashback to when I was like 10.
I remember.
There was like drop your armor and then you could trim it. There was a ability to put like gold trimming on your armor, you know. And it's
I
like,
see the trimmed armor.
Yeah, you could drop a hit all in that 4. it's gonna gold trim that shit, dog. And then they would just log in where you were and just take your shit.
Oh my god, that happened to you?
You dropped it. No.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't go. I did it by myself. You know.
Oh, okay.
Someone was claiming that in the bank, and I was like, "Really? Let me go see."
You're smart enough to get away from everybody.
Let me go die in the wilderness. But I was like, "Oh, yep, that logs you out. That closes the browser."
Yeah. It closes the whole program you're on. It's like task manager and task. It's so funny. I almost hit all F4 the other day, but I was playing a video game with Grace, and if you hit all F, I think if you just hit F1, it shows you like these are your abilities. And I was playing like a new character, so I was like, "Fuck, I don't know how to." Hold on, what is it? F2, F3, F4, Alt F4. Like it was just like one of the synapses.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I was like, "That's the thing, right?" And I was like, "Whoa, don't do that, don't do that."
Yeah, that's so crazy. Yeah, dude, we're talking about Pokemon cards. Post Malone, $1 million purchase of a Magic the Gathering card. Costco.
I guess one of the other points I would say was just, you were asking like with Monopoly, I'm pretty sure that like the people at the top were corrupt.
Yeah,
it was corrupt from the jump.
It only passed hands a couple of times before it got to the public.
Yeah, and then like a dude at the top was like working with another guy down who gave him to like his cousin or something. I'm pretty sure is what happened. So they knew like we got someone who's gonna win on our side. Everybody else can just like play the random raffle or whatever. And then they were like, "This works." And I think they like started doing it to a lot of guys, like passing out winning pieces and stuff and just winning the prizes and keeping them. And the same thing happened with there's a different story about a Pepsi challenge or Coca-Cola challenge. It's like you find enough of these special Coca-Colas, then you win a jet. And then a guy like did the math. He's like, "Dude, we need to just go to every store, everywhere, buy all the Cokes and just look at them one by one. Because if we get this jet, we're up like $700,000. Just have to make sure we win." That was another one that got like abused and then looked bad in post. They're like, "Ah, fuck, that didn't really work." But Wizards of the Coast is supposed to have a level of integrity that people appreciate enough that they don't think that, like, they trust them as a company. And so that just goes to say that if you have a culture of integrity, it can actually attain value in the marketplace. You will be appreciated more, especially as more corruption comes out. People get disgusted by corruption, then really appreciate integrity. It's hard to put a value on that until you feel the abuse or see the abuse of the system. But it makes us grossed out. Your wife or especially the women will be like, "Oh, what a scumbag." And then that directly impacts you. "Oh, shit. Well, she doesn't like scumbags. I better have some integrity." We like things that have integrity around here. That's a very tangible, easy way for you to care about integrity just because disgust, which is neuroticism, which is a base personality trait. So you can't really get away from that if someone in your life has high neuroticism and you care about what they think. If you want to take the most egoic route for integrity, there you go. It's like perception is valuable, but intrinsically, it's a worthwhile pursuit to have integrity, to have a boat with no holes in it, so you never have to worry about your ship sinking. But that's a harder sell than your girlfriend doesn't like holes in the boat. Happy wife, happy life. I think that's one of the reasons I think that neuroticism is one of the core 5 personality traits, though. I mean, biologically, it's to stay away from disease when we're a caveman. It's like, that guy's rotting. Don't fucking eat that meat. Like, I'm gonna throw up. That's so disgusting. Don't do that.
Yeah, where's that come from?
I don't know where openness comes from or any of the personality traits other than God. You know what I'm saying?
Part of the filtration of the ego.
But I guess like biologically, people that had neuroticism as one of their traits were more likely to live longer in caveman times because they didn't eat rotting animals, and if something smelled bad, they tried to clean it. If something felt gross to them, then they would avoid it. And then it turns out that gross things will kill you sometimes. And then that trait is higher in women now. I'm just quoting Jordan Peterson at this point. It's higher in women now because men were focused on things more than people, and then also had to kill and cook, or at least kill and come back. And then the women were more like society structure, cleaning, washing, deciding what to cook, what not to cook. And so they needed more disgust than like men did, because men had to go into like the trenches in the mud and be sweaty and disgusting and get the kill and come back. That was like higher priority than being grossed out by it. This is kind of gross.
I'm muddy.
Did we smell bad?
I'm sweaty. Yeah, dog. Everyone just smells terrible. Everyone just smells terrible all the time.
I guarantee you I wouldn't have smelled bad like that. Well, the thing is valuable because if the animal smells you, they're gone. So if you smell like the forest, that's good. But look at, dude, there's fucking lakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the idea that we would never want to bathe ourselves is kind of out there. But apparently historically true.
I guess depending on which had available. I guess at the time.
I heard the story that if the king took too many baths per year, they'd be like, this guy's a pussy.
Yeah, what year did that come about?
I don't know, like 1400s probably. early Catholic Church rising up, crusade time.
Yeah.
It's like, God, our king is such a wimp, dude. He showers like once a month.
A punk ass
Rich
poser.
Rich douchebag.
Fucking silver spoon looking motherfucker over here.
Yeah, you had to have some grit on you. They're like the kings that have been to war were way more popular with people usually because they were relatable.
They went through that shit with you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but kings who were like politically elected officials through family, like you were this.
Through the choice of the ego.
Right. You're the grandson of a king. Like, the fuck does he know?
Mm-hmm.
And then some kings would take it upon themselves to really try to like make a public showing of training a grandson. So they're like, oh, well, the king we really liked, he spent his whole life mentoring this kid. So he does know shit we don't know. But that's also where politics came into play. That's where Rome became like a psyop. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of it was they realized like you can control, like we talked about with Krampus, a lot of that was psychological control of population to retain kingship. And then if you listen to Kurt Metzger, that turned into like the French Illuminati, which turned into like ultimately one of the larger controlling programs of like global economy. Rockefellers were heavily involved with that. These rich industry people.
The fuck's going on here?
My dad says that shit's crazy. My dad says Candace. Well, fuck. My dad's like a notable person. He's a public person. Don't go blast my dad, please. He says Candace Owens is like schizophrenic, yo. It's like, dude, she is off the deep end.
I don't know what to believe. I haven't seen much of her sheesh lately. But it's just a crazy structure we're in here, man.
He also said something that was true. And he said, the more you fixate on an idea, the more real it becomes to you. It's like, that's true for any idea. Except for there's sometimes you're like, you can't convince yourself of something untrue. But if you have someone like Candace Owens who's constantly like, well, what about this? And what about this? And what about that? Like, maybe even you can create your own rabbit hole. And then when you fixate on it, your rabbit hole keeps going deeper because you're creatively finding new reasons to believe it. And that's where it blends into schizophrenia. I don't know if schizophrenia is like a disease that happens to you that makes you do that. But you could like put yourself in that place if you're not careful. Same way you can give yourself OCD if you don't control your thoughts.
Yeah, the thoughts and actions. I was thinking about that, kind of like the utility on top of that as well. You know what I'm saying? I guess like your egoic kind of contribution to the social structure of what's going on in the play here, and then what your thought perception of what you are in people's minds like is also backed by you doing your thing in your own right, like your actions, you know what I'm saying? And it's like the utility. If you're like you're a president, it's like there's your egoic contribution to like the thought of who you are, then also like what's getting accomplished. Or like if you're a manager,
okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Break it down like that.
Like this is the personality of the person who's running the restaurant, but then it's like, okay, well, what's happening?
Okay,
when they are running the restaurant.
Right. So you're saying there's like the egoic personality, then there's like the actionable, what happens when you execute that thing into that.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Okay, yeah.
The thoughts and the actions.
I thought about that. Like sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I think like I'm executing the idea of Matthew every day. It's like my job is to execute Matthew, and like Matthew is kind of like ideas and philosophies that I've like put together up here, and like it is me. It is my identity. I'm not saying like I've dissociated, but I'm saying like. The actual execution of the you, how does it impact what's happening? It's like when I go to a table, like execute Matthew, what does Matthew do? He gives a nice spiel. He has great
what would you say
energy.
Here?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
What would you say here? What would you do here based on what you're aiming at and what you believe?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And like Blake's going to do it's going to have a different result. Maybe not so varied when we measure whatever our measurables are, but the experience will be different.
Yeah, maybe in the abstract the same, but in the execution, individualized.
Yeah, different for sure. I mean,
Mhm.
Blake's very. I
We're
mean, he's
all our
great.
own.
He's awesome.
We're all our own thing, dealing with this fucking thing that we're that thing.
Yeah. He's got to do the job, and
And with each other.
yeah,
It's like in a show. If you're writing for a show, you can like make a situation, and then you could write different dialogue based on the people who you are embodying an idea.
yeah, right.
How do they act?
Yeah, what would this person? And then you hope the character comes
Yeah,
alive.
what's the contribution to the story here that would make a story here?
Yeah, like what would House say here? House would say, "You idiot! Everybody lies." It's like I don't even have to like write that dialogue.
It's
like,
raw.
yeah. What would he say? What would I say? Like sometimes you can just lean on identity.
The idea.
But yeah, that's
The
definitely-
2 thought and action. That's what we're doing.
Sometimes it's not
Thinking and
so
acting.
apparent, but then there's other times where it's like a head coach goes into a football team and the football team like changes its identity because of the influence of someone who's high up on the ladder. Sometimes a new coach comes in and the team identity doesn't change because, you know, they're adapting themselves and integrating it into something that's working. Or in their perception it's working. Or they don't, whatever, it's a choice. You could decide I'm changing things or I'm gonna lean into this and make micro changes.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that idea, the idea of coaching. Like
Yeah.
the assistant volleyball
Yeah,
coach
shout
of my
out my
daughter's
dog
team.
right here.
You know what I'm saying? We're doing that.
That's a dream, bro. You're living a dream.
Yeah, I was
Can't wait
like,
for
"Hey,
that."
man, can I do this? Like, if you need help, bro, I got you.
For context, Justin signed up to be the assistant head coach of his stepdaughter's volleyball team.
Yeah,
Bye.
not officially, but unofficially.
Sure, yeah.
Officially unofficial.
You wear a whistle?
No,
okay, cool.
someone needs one though.
That's pretty official.
No, we were out there running drills, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to contribute to the idea of like, we came here to get better, right? Like, let's like organize our time and energy and effort here in getting better.
Okay.
Like, I want to make sure that that's like happening, you know?
That's like
What coaching
your
is.
influence into
And I've
the
been-
program too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
like the idea, that's like kind of what the staple of a coach is, or like the idea of like a self-help coach, or like a coach, someone who is watching the film and trying to break it down objectively and trying to win and trying to, whatever that is, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna ask you to check your phone just because we got a text. But then I forgot. But I'm still listening to you.
No, yeah. But then that was making me think about all the NFL coaches that have been getting booted out
A lot, dude.
a lot this year. This is like, whoa. People be changing coaches like often. And I'm just thinking about the idea of just like, what's going on there? What's going on there? They're all trying to win, but then something just happened, or like there's like schemes that are better, or just
They're business decisions for sure. So, like, sometimes a fan base really wants a coach gone, but it doesn't make fiscal sense this year. Maybe it makes more sense next year. But also, I think these big picture guys tend to, like, let's say, like, it doesn't make sense now. Maybe it makes sense next year. But let's see if it starts to make sense this year. I'm open to that too. You know, like, it's almost like a non-commitment until, like, we're absolutely sure this is, like, what we're going to do. And then it's like, drop a guillotine at that point and make it happen. Felt that way about the Ravens head coach Harbaugh.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like it was such a changing of the guard, or such like a dramatic drop off, or just because there was a lot of coaches that came back with teams that weren't very good the last couple of years, and now they're like popping, like Jacksonville and motherfucking they were popping. And then who else?
Who's the coach of them?
Like the Seahawks.
Liam Cohen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he came from the Bucks.
I don't remember.
That's
I
okay.
don't know.
That's okay.
But yeah, I just think there's been a couple instances of people. Oh, and Ben Johnson too, going to the Bears.
Right.
They're popping. It's like, oh shit.
That's a traditional. He took like the most classic route. Be a successful OCDC. Opening happens, and then you're hot and popping. You're gonna make the fan base excited. We want your sauce on our burger. That's like the most common way that shit happens for sure. Like Harbaugh going to New York. That one's kind of nuts.
That's another different scenario where it's like you were doing the same thing over here at this place, and now you're gonna come over here to this place.
Yeah.
Like he's better than the other guy, I guess. Fuck,
Yeah.
we gotta get rid of this guy, but at least put him in.
What's
Jeez,
that
Louise.
bald guy's name? Todd? No.
Right?
Dabo Sweeney? Is that his name? No, that's somebody else.
I don't think so.
That guy sucked anyways. I didn't think he was
Coach.
very good.
Oh yeah, of the Giants.
Yeah.
Dayball.
Is that Dabble?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And people didn't like him very much at all.
Mm-hmm.
He's part of the staff that got rid of Saquon Barkley, which actually this year looks like a better decision than it looked like last year. Last year he looked like an idiot. He wasn't that good this year. But anyways, you're not using Malik Neighbor's been hurt like 2 years in a row, right?
definitely injured the entirety of last season, and then
He was hurt this year too, I think.
well, I mean this year, yeah.
Okay, but last year he played and balled out.
Yeah, I think he definitely played at the end of the season for sure. He balled out. I'm not sure if he missed any games. I can't remember.
Regardless, it's exciting. That's another thing. I don't know how much owners care about this, but New York is excited about getting Harbaugh, and now they've got Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors, Cambo Scatabo. It's like that's exciting. That's fucking exciting. I'm excited for the Raiders, dude. If they get the Hoosiers quarterback who will die for his team. You seen that interview?
Mm-mm.
That he's pretty cracked. He's at the end of the game. He's like, "I'll die for my team. I'll do whatever this team needs me to do. If I gotta take shots from the front, from the back." And you see his friends like, he's actually said, "I'll do whatever they need me to do. We don't need you to take back shots, bro. It's okay. Don't worry about it." Yeah. But it was after that run. Did you see his big run to help win the game?
Nah.
Oh my gosh. I almost want to show you right now. If you haven't seen it, guys, go watch the quarterback for the Hoosiers. He makes an incredible run to help seal the game. It's like tucks it down and shakes off the D end, goes up, gets blasted at it's 4th and 5, gets blasted at 3 yards into his run, absorbs the contact, turns around, puts his hand on the ground, full 360, just dives almost like Andrew Luck dives, gets hit in his hip on this side and his shoulder on this side, and just gets through and scores a touchdown. It's one of the best plays I've ever seen, dude.
Jeez Louise, kid.
Fire to help win the Natty, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, they're like,
that's hard.
How do you feel? You cool just taking shots like that? He's like, I'll do whatever this team needs. Yo, this is fucking lit, bro.
That's lit, dude. Yeah, that's crazy. Alabama.
Yeah,
Not
so
Alabama. It's fucking Hoosiers and Miami out of nowhere. Or I guess the Hoosiers were number 1 seed, but no one saw that coming into the season. Yeah,
hell
it's
no.
crazy.
They're the first team to ever win 16 games in a season. Go 16-0 in college football. I know they have the playoffs and stuff, so maybe there would have been other teams that did it, but set a precedence. And first national championship in school history.
The coach, what's going on there? You know what I'm
Have you
saying? There's
seen
a
that
culture being instilled here. You know what I'm saying? There's the idea of culture and what you are, what's your thing, whatever energy you're putting towards it, whatever your idea of not disgusting is, the ability to have because we have the disgust, that's rotten, don't eat that. But then what's the opposite of that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess the opposite of openness would be closed offness, but we don't have we don't call it closedness. But then I don't know, disgust, admiration, appreciation.
Yeah, or it's steering away from a negative thing and going towards a positive thing. Whatever that is, whatever's a good contribution of your thought and action, you deem that to be our morals or whatever, whatever, there's a way to have the whole, not have the holes in the boat, whatever that idea would be, you know what I'm saying?
Have you seen the Indiana coach, any of his interviews or anything like that?
No.
Oh yeah, he's known as this straight-laced, disciplined, shirt tucked in, no nonsense.
How long has he been there?
I think 1 year.
No way.
I'm pretty sure.
Yo.
And then when he gets hired, they're he came from a small school, and they're like, so who are you? And he's like, Google me.
Ma'am. Google me.
Yeah, he says, I won football games. And it's dot, dot, dot. Google me. And then it's all the highlights of his team going crazy. But yeah, apparently he was a winner. And I guess he was maybe...
He's going to get picked up by the NFL, dog.
Some people don't want to make that jump. Some people like staying... Saban, he went to the NFL and then came right back. Didn't like it. Said the NFL players were divas, entitled too much. The college players were at least more moldable. NFL players are the fuck? Man, make $100 million, dude. Fuck yourself, Saban. He's like, well, you're not going to be on this football team. They're like, you have a contract, so you can't get rid of me like that. And then he's like, oh, fuck. It's the power dynamic, it's not as conducive to a head coach running a ship. So, yeah, that's always because I always made that same assumption, too. If you crush at college, you'll go to the pros because that's what athletes do. But for coaches, some of them are not like that.
Yeah, I guess it just comes down to the idea of I win football games. Maybe he could just win football games.
Yeah, I think he was saying that there was a point where he was a position coach at a smaller school that was having a lot of success. And he's like, if you'd asked me at that point in my life if I would ever get here, I probably would have told you no. But that just goes to show you, put your nose down, work your hardest, dream high, anything can happen. I was just like, I fucking love this guy, man. God dang, bro.
They were 100 to 1 odds, I think, to win the Natty
at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, the Hoosiers. I mean, IU never does. They make a run in basketball every now and then, never in football. It's crazy. I guess another thing that they did is they recruited more 22, 23, 24 year olds. And like the idea is that they're more disciplined and have been around programs more. They know what they're doing. And so you don't have to like spend as much time coaching culture. And that like shit paid off.
Instead of being 18, 19, 20.
Yeah. I guess like right now everyone's trying to find, because like you know how the young guys are always faster than like every year the rookies come in, they're faster than the rookies before them. So they were like, well, let's find the fucking fastest 18-year-old because that's going to be like the fastest kid we can get, most talented, most athletic. So they're really leaning young. And then he kind of like went the other way. And that shit just worked out. So he's cool as fuck. Definitely like a great example in my, because yeah, I think it's discipline, accountability, responsibility. Those are like the three tenets of someone who doesn't have holes in their boat. And they're very hard. They're like three different fucking temples. They're hard as fuck to master it all.
We're all dealing with that shit.
He embodies them though. That's probably what's happening to Rogan. I was just asking like, what do you think's happening there?
Something that's like unexplainable, kind of to a degree. There's like sometimes there's a time I was uploading like the audio just from the file, just downloaded it, put it into the thing, synced up the clip, and then at the beginning of the clip there was audio synced up with the video, and then at the end it wasn't. I was like, what's going on here? And then like just randomly, like 3/4 of the way through the audio track, it just like auto started from the beginning again. I was just like,
why'd you do
unexplainable things? I was like, okay, whatever.
For some reason you gotta restart computers all the time, restart printers.
Something unexplainable must be happening.
It makes sense that it's in the program, because that I'm like, why doesn't he just buy another Mac? It must be the current version of this program has this issue. So it's like, if you want to use Logic, you might run into that.
Mm. Yeah, but do you want to hop on our Patreon, or do you just want to go for like another 15 here and then go a little bit more on Patreon, or what? Or just want to go one long episode for total?
I'm cool with all of them. Last time we didn't do a Patreon, so if we wanted to reward the Patreon folks by hopping over right now, I'm happy to
Let's give me some extra.
pay them back one. Or we can just keep it all freebie for the freebie. I don't know how many people are paying for Patreon right now and be upset about not getting value for their...
No, it's not. We're chilling with that right now. We don't have anybody paying for the sheesh.
Oh, that's cool. But they can go over there and still find it on Patreon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, yeah, just go to Patreon. Anytime I hear go to Patreon, I'm always like, oh, I'm going to pay up. Well, that's cool. We can just keep it
We're trying to support our life. This is our gold. We're trying to mine here, dog. We're grinding.
Yeah, Alexander Hamiltoning.
I wrote my way out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, you know. I don't know if anything we can do can get us to the place where we're going next. Most of the time it's God. I guess, yeah, you can, I think either elevate or de-elevate based on whether you made the right choices from the things that were presented to you. It's like, are you going to catalyst creatively find a spark that no one thought of, and then because you were such a genius and so innovative, your life will change? I don't think that happens. I don't think that's how it happens. I think it's like you make the right choice based on how you feel, what you saw, what's around you, your intuitions, intimations. And then because you made the right choices, then the season changes and you either like get better, go down through these tiers of...
Yeah. And then I was thinking about that, like you want to switch over to Patreon?
If you want to, yeah. I was thinking we could just do the whole thing for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm done.
That's cool.
Yeah. But there's like, I was thinking about in Job, where he's like just doing the thing, but he's just like going down, 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 down. But then even in the end, he does like come back. You know what I'm saying? He does get blessed. Like even if you are fucking just, the story could break in the other direction better than what you've perceived. Like, you know what I'm saying? Way more justified for the suffering that you've gone through.
Yeah, the Bible like promises
beautiful.
that on some
beautiful,
level.
Yeah.
And that's just making the right choice.
It's all in here. It's all in your mind, too. It's all in your freaking head, Dick.
What do you mean?
They're not all in your head, too, because you have the actions.
Yeah.
It's both.
But how you perceive what happened from your actions is in your head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then why you made the actions was in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sick. That's what I was telling my sister. I was like, you can think yourself
it's the
out of...
jujitsu.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also effortlessness. It's like sometimes jujitsu is so much clenching. It's like you're clenching too hard almost. But then effortlessness is just like don't even hear the criticism. Don't even feel the constraints. You're just like hooking.
Just floating.
Yeah. It's like everything's going in and I'm just going to stay in this flow state.
Yeah.
But there's other times where it's like you have to think. It's like I have to block out and I have to like play this guy pressed up on man. Not it's like I know I'm tired, but push through the fatigue, push through the tired, run the floor, run the floor. Like you gotta like think that shit, or it's not gonna happen. You know, it's like time for both.
Spend effort and conscious control trying to put your energy on that. Choosing to do that, give into that. Confidence.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah, coaching, dude. Talking about what we're talking about.
Talking about AMs, player AMs. Yeah, really though, I'm trying to get there, but a lot of it
Even
is
in the book of Job,
yeah,
comes through in the end. Comes through, always comes through.
I'm like, of course it does. That's just the character of God, you know.
And it's not even in your lifetime. We're so short lived. We're so like, it's like having kids is like your ability to try to progress this, you know.
I had an idea. Like we do have past lives. My past life was my dad.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not conscious to that, but my DNA is, like my inherited biology is.
Yeah.
And there's stuff that he did, and because of what he did, I have a different life, like a better or worse life, because of like if my dad would have just been a raging alcoholic and then because of that like abused me, my life would definitely be worse because of that. Like the same way we're talking about, like if you or live a shitty life now, you might end up a cockroach in the next life. It's like you'll just make your kid a cockroach. And then what is he going to do? It's like the pressure for him to go down is way higher because of his starting point. So like the best you can do is try to like, yeah, break that, whatever the sins of
generational curse.
Yeah, dude. It takes like the sins of your father last 7 generations. Like, that's because it takes like that many years to shake off alcoholism in your DNA to like get it out of your possible inherited sequences. It's like just because you didn't inherit the addiction gene doesn't mean that your kid won't inherit it. It's like that's what I'm saying. Since your father will last. But yeah, that's when I was thinking about like I'm like they're right. There is reincarnation. Like
at least insofar as that thing.
Yeah.
The thing that's animating us, animating you, and then you pass the thing that's animating you onto something else that is now animated by that same thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm attached to that thing. I want that thing to do well.
Yeah.
That thing is me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To a degree.
Yeah, I was like,
but I'm also me. But they're also my influence, my coaching. You know?
Yeah, like when you're sitting with your kid, it's like clearly not you because you love it so much. It's like I don't even love myself this much. I mean, I do, but like not like that. Not where it like wells up in me. You know what I'm saying? But then, like at the same time, this more metaphysical principle. I'm like,
of course,
yeah, like my actions, my decisions, who I am, definitely impact her life, like 100%, and who she'll become. You know?
For sure.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. Past lives. That's I think I was talking about it on a pod previous, but like the past life is just like the thing that's animating your dad or the thing that's animating your grandpa, and then just like down and down and down. The same thing is that animates and animated them is animating you, and you're just a part in that process of being animated. You know what I'm saying?
Define being animated for people.
Life, being alive, being in the egoic one-on-one thing.
I think of animation as like urge sometimes. Like I have an urge to go play basketball. Like I'm something in me is animated to want to do something that is like I can't really put a finger on why it is I want to do that.
Yeah, I guess you're illuminated and you're animated. There's like the light that's turned on, and then your observation of the actions that are taking place. Like like the physical urges, like the physical sensations, the doing the thing, the being the thing, being the human.
Yeah.
And the thing that was animating them is animating
this life force.
And I was like looking in the mirror on the trippy trips, and I was seeing like the reverse time lapse, kind of, you know?
Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
like back in the how long, dog?
Yeah.
How long?
Adam?
Whatever, something. Regardless, it's like that thing is weird. That thing is beyond, you know? The thing that illuminates us to even be able to think about things at all. What is thinking? Where's that come from? It's just happening all the time.
Yeah.
It's just so happening. But yeah, we're illuminated for a certain amount of time. No matter how long, you know, like people, like you're going to pass on.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. We haven't figured out immortality. At least I don't think so.
No. No, yeah, life is it's short for sure.
And it's definitely as real because you like are like gonna be giving it to like your daughters. Now she's like a part of your story and like you're a part of her story. And like it's more real with the social implications. But in reality, we're all just sharing the same thing. But like we are the thing though too at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
So it's like it's definitely as real as your past generations. But it's hard to think about like really like what's going on here. What have we been doing for like thousands of years?
And it matters and it doesn't matter because like the constraints are different.
Yeah,
and my life is different and it's individualistic and they're not in my suffering. If I don't go buy groceries, they're not gonna feel hungry. So it's like it's funny, yeah. It's like everything's two sided like that. It's like it matters so much that it defines everything that you do, but also has irrelevance to right now.
Mm-hmm. But then what you choose to do with your right now.
But still, what you choose to do, even though it means nothing, like it means everything. That's like why it's important to make the right choices. Because the wrong choices have consequences, and that those matter. It's everything. It's like you can't just like say, fuck those consequences. It's like, no, they're gonna fuck you. Like you can't just say like, do whatever I want.
Yeah. I guess is there like an inherent? I think there's an inherent call on your life.
That's a grand question,
right? Is there something you're supposed to be doing here?
Jeremiah 28:11. It's like
29, yeah.
29:11.
Yeah.
There's a plan for your life that's been written out before you were born. And then there's another scripture that says God knew you when you were in your mother's womb. Like before you were even in your mother's womb, God knew you and made you, like handcrafted you perfectly. It's like those two scriptures to me point to, yes, like there is a story. Like you came into, it's been scripted, you've been cast, action. You're in the story now. It's not just random chaos.
Mm-hmm.
So a call on your life is like, yeah. I think it's more nuanced than just like, I was made to be a veterinarian. My grandfather's a veterinarian. I love animals. I think it's like, that's like a 1D version of this. I think it's like a 3D version. It's like God is like constantly moving you into different places to like round out your personality traits, to help you come out of your shell to be the best version of you that you could be, and then give you all these experiences so that you can have a maximum moment of impact on as many people for good as you could have. It's like we're just like way too simple to understand that though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think the same thing about Demi. Like I'm like, your story is like, I don't know, it's gonna like unfold to me too, and I'm like interested in that. I'm not writing that story. You're not writing that story per se. Like we're playing parts in this play.
Yeah.
So I'll play my part really well and like encourage you to do the same. You know.
Yeah. Just cheering for a character arc or whatever.
Yeah, and an easy life. Not an easy life.
It's a good life.
Yeah.
Good life.
Yeah, I pray for
good life.
Like ups and downs, but way more ups than downs, you know?
A beautiful story.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. A dope show. I hope your show's dope. I hope it's dope.
It's dope, but like, I don't want her to like, I mean, just like fucked up shit, just to like throw some shit out there, but it's like Gary Bertier. Amazing life. Like the actual person. From Remember the Titans.
Okay. The linebacker.
Left side, strong side, the white guy. Like he gets into the car accident.
Yes.
And like that really happened. And then he really didn't get to play with his teammates anymore. But then he really went on to be a Paralympic gold medalist. So that's a beautiful story. It really is. And
that's awesome.
In the long run, they didn't quit. Became like a symbol of like that fucking guy. That guy, man. I want to be like that guy. It's like, but I don't want my daughter. I'd rather my daughter just win the championship than have to go through all of that. Oh my God, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, it's like, really? Like when you're dead, really? Like when she's dead, really? You don't want like the best story that could have happened? It's like, fuck.
That's why there's like a transformation from like a kid's movie's not going to win like the movie of the year, you know? So more than likely it's going to be like something more sophisticated where the characters are more nuanced and in depth instead of like 2D simple bad guy, good guy. It's like everyone's complicated, you know? And like I think it was like Jamie Lannister's kind of like a socially accepted like person who's like a super weird kind of story character arc. You're like rooting against, you hate him at first, and then like you're like you learn to empathize with him a little bit, some like to a degree. And he has like redemptive moments with Brienne, and then he like has a weird fucking kind of ending, but just ends up on some same bullshit. I don't know. He's a super complicated character, but like that's way more in depth than like Bluey. You know, there's
Oh,
something childish and simplistic about the way we conceptualize the ideas of people. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
But the truth is that we're all super, super complicated.
yeah. I couldn't agree more.
At least, yeah, specifically, but generally, we're all the same on the most general scale. And we're all dealing with the fact that we're all dealing with that. It's all crazy. Just everyone's pushing, doing whatever they got to do.
I don't think people put this much emphasis on pushing. It's like they're keeping on keeping on for sure.
Yeah,
Make sure the
there's
bills are
fewer
paid.
Gogginses for sure. There's not a lot of Gogginses.
See people, yeah, like searching for meaning or trying to discover their Jeremiah 29:11.
Yeah, I guess that was kind of like one of the basis of the kind of the starting point of some of this questioning.
So, I don't know if
Is
you
there a
have
call on
to.
people's lives? You have a call on your life? I think so. I think there's supposed to be there's something you're supposed to be doing. I'm pretty sure, you know. And I think the thing is, I guess hopefully you are trying to strive towards whatever that thing is, and then that thing changes over time because you have a limited view, and then something's just like domino effect into different situations. Or it's like the idea of we were doing like the music and like the podcast kind of like came about, and then that coupled with like the things that we were doing just like in our work life was like talking to tables and being on the spot, you know, like on camera. People are freestyling. Like people are super uncomfortable on camera sometimes.
Yeah,
And I was like, I get it for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, I was trying to capture the authentic conversation,
yeah,
you know, authentic moments. So like, that's the thing. You're trying to make the movie seem as if it's like if you're making a movie, you're trying to make it feel like this. It needs to be authentic. Whenever there's inauthenticity in the scene into whatever we're trying to capture here, it's like we can kind of feel that.
yeah. We're tricking physics too because it's like observed objects move differently than unobserved objects. So we're trying to act like unobserved objects while we're observed obviously by the camera, but we want to be observed by like an audience. So like right now, it's
an
one
idea of
thing.
a person.
Welcome back.
Who knows what things be happening? Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Chaos.
We're just doing our best to figure out why, but it doesn't matter because in the end, God will bless you.
Watching out like a
And
kid.
if not
Dad.
you, your kids. That's the other thing too, because you've like passing on
Sorry.
like you're passing on the next iteration of existence and the light. It's like you're coming into the light.
It's also just like this life is super short, right? Especially when you compare it to eternity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you go to heaven, that's a blessing. Like you're gonna be, life will be so. It's not life anymore. Eternity's awesome. I don't know how much stock to put into this life at all. Like I think that's part of why. Well, I don't know why the monks do what they do. Never mind. That's a bad example. But it's yeah. I mean, it's like a good dog. It's like I don't care if you like. Ultimately, I'd love to get a treat, but I'm not begging you for a treat. You know, I'm just gonna be a good dog. But yeah, but God, then I know my owner, and my owner is like an awesome owner. And if he's not giving me a treat, it's probably because like it's not time for a treat, or he doesn't have any right now. But he's definitely going to get some. Same thing with that's the parental relationship. Shedding light on God's relationship with me is one of the most valuable parts about having a kid. It's like there's specific moments where Demi is like crying because she wants food, and I am literally making her food. And it's just like she's so upset, and I'm like, I couldn't get it to you any faster. Like all I'm doing is making you food right now. And I'm just like, that's God for sure. There's times where I'm like super upset, and God's like, I couldn't be getting you where you need to go any faster. But I've never really been like mad at God, but like understanding that, like it's not like Demi can. She's not mad at me either. She's just upset. But if I could express to her like it's coming literally as fast as it possibly can, so like whatever you're feeling inside, like it's happening. You don't have to hurt or be afraid or like nervous that food's not coming. It's like if I could just tell her like as soon as it could possibly be there, it'll be there for you. I think it would subside some of the negative emotions she's having. But then I could decide my own when I scale that up to God and me. And I'm like, okay, God's working as fast as he can. And like, maybe he just doesn't have this thing right now, this ingredient right now. It's like, this needs to happen for this to happen, for this to happen. Then he'll have mint. Then he can make a mojito or like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, God can make anything happen. He's omniscient. But I also think that there's like an optimal plan maybe.
Yeah, and you got to give yourself time. Time's the only thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also like in
Like,
one
it's
year.
coming in the time that it takes to build it or to create the food, for the thing to come to remedy you, the opportunity,
Yeah,
the story. We days are getting shorter and shorter,
sure.
and that's been like we operate in days, but yeah, operating in eternity.
I had a high thought while I was sober.
We're thinking about decades. What were you saying?
Like, how do you know that like when your watch takes a second, that's like exactly 1 second? Or like, I guess you could pull out your phone and be like, okay, start. And like, but then how do you know your phone is like 1 second? Like, what's a second?
I think it's all based on like the sun, like with the 24 hours like going around.
But that's also off. So we have leap days. But I
Mhm.
guess with leap days it works.
Mm-hmm.
But I think noon
For
changes a
whatever
little
reason.
bit every day. Like where the sun is when it's noon. Is it always directly vertically up from your? I think it's different, a little different every day.
Yeah, I guess I could definitely spatially.
Yeah, yeah. But I guess what we're saying is that
Or also, I don't know.
but
Wasn't there an element that's supposed to that goes at like one? I forget the exact connection. Butchering it to death, moitering it to death, hacking it to death. Fucking hack job over here. But I thought there was an element, perhaps, that's like we use as a standard for time to measure like a second. I forget in what capacity.
that would make sense.
Okay.
That answers my question because it's like with a ruler, it's like this long. It's like we have like fuck no, that's a problem too. Because it's like as you get smaller, it's like well, a centimeter is 1,000 millimeters, and a millimeter is. It's like yeah, but how do you know like the accuracy of just like the one unit? You know, like same thing. It's like if I think with a clock, it's like we agree like this clock is right. I'm like okay, but like what is this? Like a second is like what determines
What's a
that's
moment?
yeah. We're just
What is this thing?
arbitrarily sectioning off time, and then we've got enough computers to be pretty close to like what a second is. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if your computer's off, it actually our computer's automatic sync with like the Microsoft clock. So it's like it's not like it's running its own clock. It just like checks often. It's like, am I still on par with what the Microsoft clock is? It's like okay, bet. So if that one gets off, it readjusts. Like your watch can just like stop working. That's different. It's like how would you readjust it? You would find a clock that you trust. Okay, well then like which clock do I trust? My computer clock. Well, why do I trust that one? It trusts the Windows clock. Well, who do they trust? It all goes to like a trust system of like basing off other clocks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe they've been shortening seconds on us, dude. Maybe that's why the days feel faster.
Yeah.
We just haven't noticed. Now the sun would tell us. The sun would tell us. So yeah, you're right. You're right in that sense.
The sun and the seasons. Yeah.
The Illuminati stealing our
The
days.
sun and then the series of the sun.
Yeah. No, you're right.
They should make our crops grow.
But on some level, they are kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's man.
It's arbitrary.
Concept. Yeah.
It's a name we put on a thing that we call time passing, or whatever that is. We call it time passing.
Yeah, we're thankful for it. I'm thankful
Life.
for it. I like having a watch and stuff.
Being illuminated.
I'm not mad at seconds.
We're illuminated. Oh yes, experiencing what's happening in the here and now.
You ever like been at work and like the clock in clock is like 2 minutes later than every other clock? So nice.
The way?
Like the clock you clock in on.
Oh, it's a little earlier than the other ones.
Or like yeah, a little slower. So you got there like 5:02 and you're like fuck, but that one says 5 o'clock and you're like oh I fucking love this one.
Nice.
I think it was like that at Cafe Olay. I would get like my watch and my phone and my car were like relatively synced, but if I was running a little bit late, that clock would always be a little bit generous. And I was like, "You're such a sweetheart. I always forget. Every time I forget that you're gonna be a little sweet to me."
It's nice. It's nice. Yeah. Yeah, I try to set my clocks like that. Like the clock in the bedroom and the kitchen. Like, let's just set that a couple minutes forward.
Just a couple. Because if it's too many, I'll know. I'll start adjusting myself.
Yeah. Like, oh, I said 15? Yeah, no, I know it's not 15 minutes.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? That's a big jump here, kid.
I gotta trick myself a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta trick yourself a little bit.
Oh no.
Give me some
I'm a
nuance and
manipulator.
depth.
Literally manipulating my psyche.
I'm brainwashing myself.
Yeah.
Success!
Yeah, true. Everything's brainwash. Everything's a psyop.
You gotta believe in something.
Yeah, belief.
Yeah, you gotta put your stock in something, dog. You gotta bet on something.
Belief's a crazy thing.
Yeah, I'm basing how I'm acting, what I'm doing. Where's that coming from?
Some of it's just fucking egoic survival. Most of it. And I don't know what it's like to never have taken mushrooms anymore. Forgot a long time ago. But I do remember that my interest in like why I was doing things and then doing things predicated on why, like watching my own film and saying like we run this route like shit. Like don't do that anymore. Especially now that we know we run it like shit. But like I didn't have that same kind of intention before psychedelic experiences. So sometimes I think other people don't quite have that intention. Why do I do this? I don't get great results when I do that. And then here's a more proper way to do it based on examples that I trust. So let me try to emulate their behavior. It's like, or maybe that's just your your lobe closing, frontal cortex. I don't know.
Literally just maturing for sure. That's a real thing that's going on here. There's a depth that happens from the child to the Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that shit's dope. Shit's dope. This is way doper. Yeah, it's way. I don't know. The game gets more intricate and complicated, and the game is just your thought, mental jujitsu of what's going on here, and your analyzation of what's happening. But shit, what did you say? But just before this, the brain developing.
Yeah, it could be just like literally your frontal lobe cortex closing is like that's when you start to be like, why do I do the things I do?
Start to get into more of like a coaching aspect. You know what I'm saying? Of like yourself.
What's my motivation?
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
What does a win look like? I'm trying to win. I don't want to lose. You know.
Yeah.
There's a game going on here.
Sometimes you don't have good parameters too. Like 12 Rules for Life was such great parameters. It's like here's fucking a system you can try to run.
Rules of the game.
Yeah. It's like do this. Things will be better. It's like okay. All right, fuck. I didn't have any kind of like direction before.
And then that shit hit, and that shit be hitting. He be having constant, very regularly conversations with people. It's like, this is amazing. Life's different.
New York Times bestseller, global tour.
Crying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, there's some of the rules of the game here. Because there's a game here. It's a game. Games have the connotation of like, yeah, like a kid's thing. But it's just a thing that's happening, and then we're trying to measure that. We call it seconds and time, but we're just playing the game.
So true.
It's like, damn, we're just playing this.
Yeah, and you could chill. We could chill, dude. We could chill. We could start working in and out. Just be a dad, bro. Just handle the now circumstances. And I think a lot of people are doing that. I think it's hard to want things, to want better for your life. To be ambitious is a difficult thing. Also, is ambition a good thing? Not always.
I think it's the best maybe vein or type of ambition is like just like the widest thought of like time wise, conceptually, like generationally thinking of like what's like satisfying sacrifice.
Yeah, like natural selection at this point.
Give yourself some time and some grace to build something, you know what I'm saying? Let God work, let them cook a little bit. But we also have to live in the here and now, and the thing that we call the second. It's like we have to act in the second, but we're also we could think about whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it starts in the second. And then sometimes your second is just drawn away from you, and you're not like consciously thinking about like from the second outward to generations, decades.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And that's like the truth of it. So give yourself some grace, because there is time like I'll cook, but also it's like the second to second thing is irrefutable. And that's yeah, how do we measure the seconds whenever you're restarting your clock? You know, like what are you going to align yourself with? Like what's like the proper time? What's the true reality foundation of what's happening here? That's why I'm always tripped out about the fucking calendars and shit, dog. Because we just like agree. We agree it's Wednesday or whatever, Friday.
Yeah. We need it.
It's just part of the rules of the game.
We need the organization of our time.
We just put labels on this.
It's a Rockefeller conspiracy.
It creation.
They created weeks so they could create work weeks so they could create factory workers. I'm just kidding, but Kurt Metzger might fail.
Would you name something? You know what I'm saying? Would you name something and then brand it as forward, you know?
It's like, why? Why'd you do that? Like, what's the alternative to just exist in time? Like, we don't really have months. It's just like it's cold outside. Now it's hot outside.
That is what's happening, because like, we call it like I don't really care. It's January. It's like it's fine.
Yeah, call it anything. It's just we define words. Words don't define themselves.
And Whatever it is, we call it January. But it is like, it is. We're just here, experiencing the is.
Yeah, there's also like, well, first, one of the things that I want to bring back to, since we brought up Jordan Peterson, I almost said this earlier, but when you were like, do you think there's a call in your life? I'm like, honestly, I don't even like need to like ask myself that, because someone I trust innately has told me that there is. And he spent a lifetime working on psychology, psychiatry, philosophy. Like he understands
Diving
Descartes, Descartes,
Nietzsche and all that.
Nietzsche, Jung, like the great thinkers of our time, to the point where he's like, absolutely, there's a call in your life. He wrote a whole book on it. So I'm like, I don't even really feel like I have to think about that too hard. On one hand,
oh yeah, me, I'm like, absolutely,
yeah,
100%.
The other part about just like suffering in your now because you're not where you want to be. That's a little ridiculous, I think. Now, being a little more mature, it's just like, first of all, it's the day that God has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. It's like that doesn't. It's like I'm pointing to the rule book. I'm not saying like every day you should be like, yeah, God made this day, like almost impractical.
That's just gonna happen.
It's like the Bible is a library of parables. It's like, what does that mean? It's like it's a rule book that has stories, and those stories have metaphysical meanings, and you're supposed to abstract and interpret the metaphysical meaning, and then take it and then apply it into your life. So like the parable is, this is the day the Lord has made, let us rejoice and be glad in it. But the interpretation is like, this is a good day. Like this is where you're supposed to be. Like what's happening is what's supposed to be happening. You perceive good, you perceive bad, but like this is what's supposed to be happening on some level. Hold your water, make your right choices, and fight to see another day. Don't give in to the adversary, and God will come through for the rescue. It's like that's what it is the whole way through every time. That's the character of God. Like you almost don't even have to like.
Trust me, I'm the thing generating the entire experiencing thing you're experiencing.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. So I keep pointing to scripture lately, and I feel like people are like, that doesn't help me. I'm like, okay, because you're not interpreting it. I'm not saying it as in like base level. Like, yeah, these words don't always. A Hallmark card's not going to help you, but like. And sometimes you read a Hallmark card and you're like, oh, the sentiment feels good. It's like, that's not what I'm doing here. I'm not trying to give you a sentiment that makes you feel good right now.
I'll give you Rocky.
Yeah, no. I'm like telling you like the schematics of the game. I'm like, when you get to level 3, then you get to 2 and you're mad that you don't have the upgrade, but the upgrade comes for free later. Like, don't stress out, burn all your capital trying to get an upgrade that comes for free later. If I just said it like that, you'd be like, oh, okay, cool. It's like, we don't have that per se. We have like a library of parables that are that you need to interpret, except for what Jesus said. You don't have to interpret that. But Jesus was more like literal. He was like, there's seeds that like I forget exactly how it goes, but
You're definitely telling a lot of parables.
Yeah, right. Yes. But then he's like telling you, it's like, this is a parable for you to be interpreted.
Yeah.
Like, the seed that fell on the good path is like
why can't you just tell us like exactly what to do? It's like
because this isn't made for everybody. And the people that don't have the heart of a Christian, the heart for Christianity, they will read this and they won't get it. They're going to say that sentiment doesn't help anybody. It's like, but the people that like for them, when they commit their heart to me, they'll understand that these are parables. They'll understand that the underlying meaning, and then they'll be able to apply it to their life. That's why Jesus said he spoke in parables, or why God's using parables. Well, Jesus is God. Oh man, it's nice. It's nice and nuanced and meshed.
Deep.
Yeah.
Deep. That's a deep 3. Step 3.
Yeah, but then to riddle it all back, it was a couple things I was say. One was Jordan Peterson. The other one was like suffering in the now.
Yeah.
I just don't think. I think that's all egoic stuff for the most part. There is like not being the person you want to be, but there's also just like steps you can take to become more like the person you want to be. And then if you're making those
becoming the person that you need to be,
to
have the thing that you want to be.
Yeah, there should be something soothing about making the right choices, where it's like,
yes,
I'm headed towards my goal, even though I'm not at my goal. But then the problem that we're talking about is in between. It starts to feel like maybe you're going to get lost at sea. Maybe the storm's going to take you. Maybe you're going to run out of energy and you can't paddle anymore. But from everything I've ever read and heard and believed, it's like, that's all
he'll calm the storm. That's
all a mind game. That's all a mind fuck from the adversary to make you compromise your conviction and your trust. It's just the relationship, like the love and the trust and the conviction and It's like someone told you that I was talking shit about you. I think you'd be more likely to be like, that doesn't sound like Matthew. I'm gonna go ask Matthew from a place of openness, not from a place of fear. And that's our relationship. And the same thing with your partner. Someone's like, I think your partner's cheating on you. It's like, if you have trust and you have love and you have compassion, you have a relationship, you're more likely to be like, I don't believe you more than I all of a sudden have fear of my partner. I feel like it's the same thing with the adversary. They're trying to get us to compromise our trust and our love in Christ and then freak out and be like, you did what to me? It's like, yeah, no, don't you know who I am? Like, our relationship? Come on, dude. And so I think that's like the constant battle there. Like, it's the only battle almost, you know?
That's it. That's it. It's God, the thing generating the experience. And he's like, I'll go experience it with you. Saying,
yeah, make it not so much like you don't even know what I'm going through, Dad.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I'll do it. I'll show you how it's done. Let me show you how it's done.
Perfectly. Yeah, beautifully. The best hero. Ultimate sacrifice from perfect person. Heartbreaking. All the people around him were like, no. Oh, I was thinking about Peter. That's the other example. It's like Peter walking on the water. It's like, couldn't compromise his fear or compromise his conviction that Christ was bigger than anything to the point where he can say, walk on the water, dog. Like, it's cool. And it's like, at first he's like, all right, yeah. And then, but I think at first it was kind of like, we don't know, because The Chosen kind of depicts it as like this moment of like, I trust you so much, I want to do this too. Let me do this with you. Let me walk with you. But I almost wonder if it was like an egoic thing to be like, dude, like you do anything, you could do anything, you could. I don't know if it came from a place of like, if you can do anything, like, let me walk on the water with you, or if it was like, oh my God, I'm so convinced in this moment that you are so powerful that you could even command me. The same way the Roman soldier was like, you have authority. You could just say it and it's done. That's a lot of the things. Like, if I touch your cloak, I know it'll be done. It's like rewarding faith, you know?
Yeah, you can literally just change the entirety of the matrix that I'm experiencing. Mountain will move.
Like, you are the Christ.
If you say so, yes, like, for sure.
So maybe Peter was inspired in that moment to realize that thing. And it was like, let me walk with you on water. And he's like, okay, come on. But then, like, at some point, he stopped believing that Christ could, like, that nothing bad would happen. And then that's when
ego
he started,
came back in.
Yeah, a little bit like what's going on here? This can't be real.
Your interpretation of the moment.
Yeah,
it's like, you are walking on this water. It's like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shit.
Almost like when Neo is flying across and then like doesn't make it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of like just like one thing that I've definitely noticed is that a lot of it is just like, do you believe that Jesus is matrix breaking? Okay, now how about with pressure? How about if we send the D end on a blitz? How about you're throwing a pass and they drop into coverage? Like, do you still believe that Christ is matrix breaking? Then it's like, don't be afraid. But the ego is so hard to dislodge from.
It's inseparable.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually, you can make decisions outside of your ego, but it's not like you've dislodged your ego. Unless you're real deep on the mushroom.
That's what the monks are trying to do. Yeah.
Maybe that's what it's about, is making decisions from the fractal place for the whole. Because if you were in the whole, you couldn't make decisions as a fractal for the other fractals. It's like being a fractal, but making whole decisions is like, I think that clicked in my mind as like, oh, I think that's what it is. A lot of times it's like, if you were just you and I was just me, like I would like just rob people.
Right.
Yeah. Give me your capital.
We were brutal back in the day, dog. So like Genghis Khan and shit.
Yeah, it's insane.
Conquerors, bro. Crazy people. Crazy people, dog.
It's crazy somebody didn't just kill him. That's what happened a lot in Rome.
I'm sure motherfuckers tried.
There's much more turnover in Rome than there was in Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was just running shit, bro.
Running.
Yeah.
Running.
Yeah, I'm sure there's people. I mean, obviously, he got in tons of battles. Art of War, Sun Tzu. Like, these people saw some shit for sure.
Going crazy on motherfuckers.
But there was more political assassinations in Rome for sure. One of my grand questions for my dad was, do you think that Charlie Kirk was killed by the person that the news outlets are claiming killed him?
This Tyler Robinson.
Yeah. Do you think Charlie Kirk was killed by Charlie Robinson? Like, I'm absolutely sure.
Oh, wow.
I was like, what about the guy with the thing on his sleeve and then the guys run up to the body or whatever? And he's like, let me just explain to you that, like, for the most part, any random person could decide they want to kill any other random person. Like, they could do it. It's like not that hard to buy a gun, train your shooting, stalk somebody, figure out their routine, find a place where they're open and vulnerable, and then execute. And it's like there's also a
But
lot
the way they're saying it happened just doesn't make any sense.
go on.
I'm like, if this is the person that did it, okay. But like, even just with that person removed, whoever that person is, the story you're telling me, with the actor in it, it's shit. It's a shit script. It doesn't make any sense.
Like what? What part?
Or it's like whenever Joe was talking about like the type of gun and the like assembly and disassembly of that weapon and the amount of time that it would have taken to do what they said it had to have happened in the story. Like they found the guy in the story with a backpack and a gun, or like the gun disassembled in the backpack, but he was able to have it disassembled in the backpack, and the backpack is questionable as to if it could even hold the gun. So it's like, you're wearing it in a backpack, disassembled, that's too small. You go up on the shit, you assemble it, take the shot, disassemble it, backpack it up, and then you're gone. That's what you're telling me happened.
Sorry.
Oh no, teeth on my sheets.
It's okay. It's not that bad. We can.
And
I
sheets
can
on
clean that up
the
later.
beats.
Honestly.
Are you gonna get like a towel? You gonna take a towel?
Bet. The other thing, so the story smells like bullshit. Makes you feel like it's not reality. For me, the thing that really triggers me is the amount of cover-up that's going on. Like, they demolished the stage, like the area of the campus. Like, you remember outside of LBJ, there was like that steps that went up, and then there would be people like playing music or doing a play or like preaching, not preaching, but like maybe doing some kind of political, like, hey, let's vote on this thing. Student bodies voting on this. Here's information about what's happening on Prop 17.
LBJ.
Right outside of the subway.
Like
the
the
Blimpies.
bus? Okay, so okay.
Right outside the Blimpies is that little like area right there where the
Yeah.
people could sit on the steps, and sometimes people would be playing music and people would be sitting there eating food and hanging out, playing chess, whatever. So like imagine that like Charlie Kirk got shot there. Then like within a week they demolished that whole thing. Like took out all the steps, like repaved it, put new stuff in there, and then got rid of that area. Why? Why would you do that? What about the autopsy? The autopsy never happened. It got put onto like the Air Force One replacement. It was on Mike Pence's jet. Oh, wait, that's his name, right? No, who's the vice president?
Vance?
Yeah. Bob Vance? Duration?
Yes.
For whatever reason, the body got flown on his jet, the same way that JFK's body got flown onto Air Force One, and there's this period of time where it's like they're alone with the body. It's like, well, why the fuck did that happen? Stuff that doesn't, that shit don't make no, like, what the fuck?
Why?
Why? Yeah, why?
What's the narrative? The narrative. There's two narratives here. Okay, it's like the narrative that we're given as to what's happening, what things are going on. There is facts, I guess, or there is real story, but there's definitely someone who is in control of our belief of the narrative, because they are in control of the narrative the same way Cersei in Game of Thrones is telling Joffrey the truth. Like, the truth will be what you made it. Back in like season 1, I think whenever Joffrey gets attacked or like hit by Arya, and then or no, he like pulls up on them. She's training with the little boy that is hitting sword, playing with fake swords. Joffrey pulls up with his new sword given to him, and then she ends up disarming him. I forget exactly how she disarms him, but she ends up disarming him. No, the wolf. The wolf came in and hit him with a ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. And then he's recounting that to his mom. He's like, how can I be like a brave soldier? Or how can I be like someone who, more or less saying, how can I be somebody who embodies the energy of like the person that you're supposed to do it? Like, that motherfucker's doing it. Like the guy, Bobby, or the Gary Bertier. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some shit. That's some energy worth embodying. You know what I'm saying? How can I say that I'm doing that whenever I let like a little girl disarm me and like whatever? And she's like, one day you're going to be ruler. You're going to be the king. And the truth will be what you make it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so don't be buying into that narrative of the people who are trying to tell us what the truth is exactly. Always be open to like, I don't know, like, yeah, I have to keep a tight circle of people who I also agree that are like relatively, you know, on that same sort of like seeing what's going on with narrative and interpreting narrative, not being too easily convinced of things, or, you know.
Yeah, I guess part of what I was saying too is that like ultimately like you'll never know who killed JFK, and you'll never know who killed Charlie Kirk. So
The Epstein stuff.
your egoic attachment to the discovery and understanding is irrelevant to your story. It's actually distracting. I was like, oh, fuck. That is true. He's like, the other thing is like Occam's razor is like the simplest explanation is usually it's the most plausible. It's the highest possibility of that thing, highest probability of that being the truth is the simplest explanation. It's like, so to say that like all these things just happen to happen at this grand manipulation on this grand scale, it's like maybe, but like every time you have to add another caveat of another conspiracy is to like, well, how would they be involved and they didn't know? And then how would they be involved and they didn't know? It's like it becomes more and more implausible. I'm like, okay, but then what we're talking about, there was a riot in Minnesota over a lady that was killed by ICE, and then he's like, I think that riot. My first thought is like, do you think it was a staged riot or do you think it was a genuine riot? He's like, no, I think it was staged. I'm like, okay, contradiction. So those staged riots, but you think that it's not the same kind of people that would have killed Charlie Kirk. And then he's like, well, it's like the thing about the riots is like George Soros has like kind of openly taken responsibility for like paying these people to riot, like the professional rioters, and they get like paid to go riot.
That's fucked.
That's like in the open. That's not conspiracy. I'm like, well, who's George Soros? And he's like, basically the guy that owns the majority of the poll for the Democrat Party. It's like funded most of the campaigns. If the person that has the most people in his pocket, his name is George Soros. So he ends up making a lot of decisions for the Democratic Party on what they're going to do and why they're going to do it.
Damn.
Okay, well, why does he do that? And then that's kind of where the trail went cold. I'm like, most of the time I feel like it's because they're making money off of it. It's like these people lobby for war. Well, the people that lobby for war are people that are in the military industrial complex, people selling them the bullets. They're the ones lobbying for war. And they're the ones likely to do things to cause war because they're going to make billions of dollars. So, this conspiracy exists. Obviously, you think conspiracy exists. But at the same time, not on that grand of a scale.
Yeah, it's the people are gonna try to rig the McDonald's Monopoly game, but you don't think motherfuckers gonna be trying to, you know.
Do you think Lee Harvey Oswald killed JFK? Complicated question.
No idea. Couldn't tell you.
Even if he's the one that shot him, it doesn't mean that what I'm saying isn't true either. That there wasn't a grander conspiracy. Netflix just dropped 11/22/63. Used to be a Hulu original. It's fucking phenomenal. It's based on a Stephen King book.
It's a banger.
He only makes bangers.
It's a banger. I'm not gonna lie, it's a banger. It's good.
But yeah, you watch that and the plausibility goes so high for the fact that you're like, oh yeah, JFK probably. But here's a very real thing. Lee Harvey Oswald was killed by Jack Ruby. And then Jack Ruby is directly tied to another gentleman. And then that gentleman worked for the CIA, worked for MK Ultra. His name is something stupid. Stupid fucking name. I can't remember what it is.
Stupid fucking guy.
But it's
the
like
third.
Yes. But it's also like then that guy came and visited Jack Ruby in his interrogation containment cell, spends 20 minutes with him, leaves, and now Jack Ruby is like an insane person after that. And then the conspiracy theory is that he dosed him with like acid and then like through the MK Ultra stuff talked to him on this acid trip and basically like convinced him through hypnosis to like forget himself. Or he just said like, look, dog, you want that to happen to you? We better act fucking crazy. We'll come through and just blah, blah. Ain't nothing to it. But it's like those ties, those connections, like they're real. Like Lee Harvey Oswald, it's an expatriate that had CIA connections when he came back from Russia, ex-Russian expat.
It's a little fishy.
Yeah.
The narratives are a little fishy.
It's fishy as fuck, bro. It should be more cut and dry.
Yeah, the narratives are fishy, so don't be trusting it.
Why does that guy have no fingerprints in his house?
You know, no silverware or whatever type shit. Whatever's going on with that.
That's what I'm saying.
Who the fuck are these people?
Like, fuck what happened. The surrounding circumstances are ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the thing. So it's like, why are you going through such lengths? Or like, this is so just like not believable. Like, this is not a good movie. This is, I don't know. But there is that inclination. I think we said it in like inclination to corruption. We have that. And if people are willing to do it with the McDonald's Monopoly series, they're probably willing to do it at the higher levels for more benefit. You know?
Yeah, I think, how does conspiracy help?
Not saying it's like that anymore. It was, though. For sure.
Yeah, and it's not like that. Like, the fucking COVID vaccine, bro. It's like, clearly, Anthony Fauci.
A little diff.
Corrupting.
A little out there. A little out there. A little bit of like, ooh.
Certain aspects you can definitely point to that, like the CDC and the WHO knew that kids didn't need a vaccine for this, that they had the immune systems to fight it off. that the death rates were in elderly and comorbidity people traditionally with obesity as one of the comorbidities. That's the people that maybe needed a vaccine. And they were giving it to healthy 20-year-olds, kids, like social pressure to give it to everybody. That wasn't supported by any science. That was just trying to run
Social
it up.
pressure.
Yeah.
More markets, more pockets.
That's a fact, dude. That's a fact. And then why didn't I get the vaccine? Because I have an openness to conspiracy. So that's what my dad's saying, like, openness to conspiracy does nothing but deter you from understanding your own life better. I'm like, well, I didn't get the vaccine or the booster.
I think the thing is also your interpretation of your own. Ah, fuck! I had it. I was dribbling to the rack and I lost the. No, but it was like there's. I think I mentioned there's two narratives. There's the narrative of what's happening here in life, and then there's yourself telling you what you think is happening here in life.
Objective reality and perceptive reality.
Yeah, and there's like the narrative that we're being told, and there's also like a narrative that we are. I guess it merges or it comes into contact with our interpretation of what's happening, and there's like what we're told is what's happening. But either way, even our interpretation of what's happening is not real either, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? There's something outside of that that's even more real.
Yeah.
And the only way to like hopefully be aligned with the real is to try to do your best to line up with it here.
Yeah, to align yourself with objective reality, to remove your ego. Honesty helps a lot with that. Stop lying to yourself.
That's the thing.
You just don't realize you're lying to yourself, but you can realize you're lying to yourself if you stop lying to other people. I think that's once you become sensitive to dishonesty and you're like externally, you can find it internally.
Mm-hmm.
Then once you remove that, you can be more aligned with what's actually happening.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a very real thing. That's a dunk. So yes, so being open to these conspiracies and understanding what's going on, aligning yourself with objective reality is the goal. So I can't just let myself be a sheep in that sense where I'm like, oh, okay, well, sounds good to me. Like,
Yeah.
glad we got the guy. It's like, I don't know if we got the guy. That doesn't feel right. The other thing is, bro, okay, this is a fucking heavy thought. Put this in for this one. Okay, bro. I just had this idea where it's like, it's important to know, to be aware. Awareness is important. It's important as fuck. Like, you need to know if you're being taken advantage of in your job, in your relationship. And then it's like, I think with a lot of things, it's like, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this right. It's like, our ideals sometimes don't incorporate malevolence. It's like, never being, or like losing your cool. Losing your cool is like never a good thing. It's like, no, sometimes you need to lose your cool. Like, if you're in jail and somebody decides they're gonna like take advantage of the fact you dropped the soap, you better fucking lose your cool. Like, that's an important time to lose your cool. To yell, to scream, to make noise, to fight, to not let that happen. And that's when malevolence is introduced into the situation. And then it's like, how does that happen to kids? Well, it happens because abuse happens small and then it ramps up. So if you're getting small abuse, like, you should make a big deal about it. So you need to tell your teacher, you need to tell your counselor, because like the big abuse is coming. And so I think it's like some of these ideals, they don't incorporate malevolence. But then how do I support that with scripture? It's like, well, the meek will inherit the earth. It's like the person that knows how to use their sword but keeps it sheathed will inherit the earth. Okay, how do you know how to use your sword? Like, how do you become trained in that ever? Because it's like, you're not meek unless you know how to use it. So how did you use it? You must have had to train or use your sword or understand malevolence on some level. But then at that point, it's like, okay, well, don't lose your cool, though. It's like, well, sometimes you need to pull the sword out. Like, there's a reason it's there. It's not just for show. It's like, it's there because malevolence exists and you have to fight it off. And so that's a kind of a counterpoint, I think, to some of our more like peaceful, docile notions of Christianity. It's like, let everyone let it happen.
Turn the other cheek. It's like, there's a time. There's a time, friend.
Yeah, it's different. It's different if somebody slaps you out of disrespect than if somebody's assaulting your family. Those are different levels of what's going on here. It's like, should I let them rob me? Should I sit here and let them take advantage of my wife while I'm just like, well, I'm gonna turn the other cheek while this happens, y'all? Like, that, I don't think that's it. No. Granted, hopefully the protection of Jesus Christ and God's provision is gonna keep you out of the situations. But like, you know, my dad's a pastor and he carries a gun. Keeps it in the holster for the most part, but he's not gonna let something happen to one of my stepbrothers, you know? So I think that's like that's a part where like sometimes I can feel, I have my awareness open to conspiracy, and then I feel the people I love being taken advantage of, and then it's like, don't lose your cool. And it's like, we're real close to malevolence, y'all. It's like maybe we're not there yet, but eventually if we step into the realm of malevolence, it is important that on some level we lose our cool or like deviate from normal behavior. Now maybe there's a better way to lose your cool than other ways, and I think that that's sometimes where I have trouble because
That's maturity.
I haven't figured out how to integrate that, mostly because people tell you don't lose your cool, so you don't have practice losing your cool. So I'll feel this urge like, no, now is kind of the time where somebody needs to say something or somebody needs to deviate from normal behavior here. And then I get like anxiety because I'm like, I don't know how to do this. I know I need to do it, but I don't know how to do it properly because I haven't seen a lot of examples of that. And so then I'll get like emotional or like my voice will crack or like I'll like stutter like that. It's like I just don't know what to say, but I know I need to say something, you know? So that's definitely a thought that the proper integration is crucial too, because it's like you're deviating from normal behavior. Normal behavior protects you. So if you're going to deviate from protection, you don't want to fuck up. That's kind of I feel that's true. That's true. I was abused when I was a kid by someone else in my school, and it started small and then got bigger. And I wish that if I would have made a bigger deal about it when it was smaller, it wouldn't have happened. And so I feel like I do want to teach my daughter, not that exact example per se, but just like, hey, when evil's popping out, when things are happening to you and it's not right, it's not okay, like talk to me, talk to somebody, make a big deal about it. Maybe don't freak the fuck out, but you need to make a big deal about it. It's important. I'm not going to teach her to I will teach her to turn the other cheek, but there's a difference between those things that's important for people to know, you know?
The sword is real.
Yes. Like at that point, I think anybody would want their son or daughter to make a big deal about small abuse happening from a bully at school because it can get way worse. But if we're doing this docile Christian turn the other cheek stuff, you might think like, oh, I'm not going to make a big deal. I don't want to make a problem. I don't want to.
Just let evil spread. That's fine. It's fine. That's not good.
When you put it like that, obviously not. Right?
Obviously not.
Yeah, no, but it's not necessarily our job to stamp it out either. I think the thing about love's a hard word because we all define it differently, and we define it differently at different times. But love is equal best energy possible for all the people in the situation. That's one definition of love for me. It's like I'm in that equation too. So at some point, it's like I have to stick up for me if I'm going to respect love. And maybe I put myself behind everybody else. But eventually, it's like if I'm not taking care of me, I'm not loving. I don't embody love. So I think that's like also another justification for why that is true. It's like you have to take care of yourself too.
Yeah, you exist, bro.
And I don't. And we're trying to surrender ourselves to Christ.
Yeah.
Death to self.
You do exist, but it'd probably be just easier if you didn't. But like not like in like that kind of way, you know what I'm saying?
Not in a Peter Thiel way.
No, but no, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's our interpretation of what's going on here is who's to say they know exactly what's going on here? You know, how dare you? How dare you? We're all just trying to figure it out, bro. So, like, there's a truth in that where there has to be something you surrender to. It's beyond like just the like incomprehensible. It's like so like that you bow to that. You bow to something. Something. I think that's true. God is a place in your mind, and if you don't put God or Christ in there, you'll put something in there. It's like innately true about us. You can't convince you could convince yourself otherwise, but objectively that's true. If you put money or women, sex, drugs, there's something you worship. There's something that you use to experience these things. Yeah, I don't know, it's just beyond comprehension. Like we call it God, and then it's just we try to understand things. We use science to try to break things down. Even in theology and science, the same sort of idea. We're just like trying to figure out what's going on here. Yeah, proof of what's going on here. How to control time, or what constitutes a good life. Break a matrix. Like, fuck your time, dude. Like on some level. Yeah, so you can walk across the water, bruh. Yeah. And even someone who is walking across the water will fall. It's like, oh, you're afraid it's because impossible. The boat is tossing and turning right now? And I'm like, watch, like, the sea doesn't move anymore. It's like, yo. It's like, but I'm trying to tell you, like, don't be afraid if the boat's rocking. Like, just chill, bro. Just chill. I've got this. You're worried over petty things. Look how powerful I am. Now the sea no longer moves. It's like, oh, wow. Oh. I think that's more of like a showstopper moment. It wasn't. I think that was more to say. All of it is like, leave your conviction and faith in me. Stop worrying about everything else in the matrix. You need to operate in the matrix, but you need to trust me more, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what the matrix throws at you, you need to trust me more and
Yeah.
legitimately carry your cross, which is like the expression of conscious control over your thoughts and behavior, and like align that with me. And like, if you do that and you're really doing that, like, it's all good. It's all going to be good no matter what. Like, your story will be beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's also not even just your story, because yeah, like, to pass it on to your daughter and them, it's like, if they're having a great life, you're having a great life. You're like, yeah, that's nice.
It's different too. It's like,
I'm rooting for you. I want you to win so bad.
my mom was such a good person that like we loved to be around her. We loved how she interacted with people. Like our experiences with her in them were so awesome that even when she wasn't there, just like appreciated and loved her a lot. And when she passed away, it's like there's a void of that. But I still carry it with me. This like thing she passed on of like just being this good, like loving person who tries to like care about other people. And like the difference between me, like just fuck.
The spirit.
So I'm gonna bring up Derek for instance. Derek, no shade at all, dude. No shade at all. I'm not trying to. It's just for an example. I'm not comparing it all. But there was like a moment where Derek's like, "Yeah, man, could you just like set Demi up and like let her watch Miss Rachel or some shit like that and like play some video games with me?" And I was like, well, he's a dad with 3 kids, and I'm new to this, and like I understand what he's saying. Like maybe I can do that. So like I try to do that, but then Demi like doesn't want to watch that, and she wants to hang out with me. And then also it's like, well, like my dad can't answer every phone call that I give him. He can't hang out with me all the time. So like I kind of can't hang out with you all the time, but also like right now I could. And it's just like then I feel that mom energy of like, yeah, just hang out with your daughter. Like you want to, you feel this call to, like she wants to hang out with you. It's like, just put the other bullshit aside. And I'm like, that's my mom's energy for sure. It's like I could make the choice to say no, she's fine. That's like more what my dad did. Like he literally told me like the science at the time said let him cry. Then I just let him cry. I was putting on my headphones, dude. I was wearing Turtle Beach just playing Call of Duty while you were crying, dude. Because I thought like on one hand I wanted to, that made my life easier, but on the other hand the science like supported that. So, but like in retrospect, I wouldn't do that to you now. It's so like don't do that to Demi. Like if she's crying, like attend to her, play with her, all that stuff. So like I feel those things even though my mom's not here in my life anymore. And I feel like if I just continue to embody that thing, it's not like I'm going to teach it to Demi directly, but like she'll have this like warmth, this like positive influence in her all the time. And then she'll be able to like call on that later in life and be that for other people. But it's not necessarily so translatable. I guess what I'm saying is like our relationships, our influence on other people isn't like necessarily like something we take as information and put into our matrix per se. It's a little different than that. These things we pass on, doing the right thing or being a good person or whatever. It's like you're passing down like a permanent log in a fire. It's like and we need that fire to stay warm. It's like, but if people don't put logs into your fires of good influence and love or good examples, then like sometimes you don't have anything to stay warm with or anything to draw on later when you want to be a good person or to decide right from wrong. I think just being an example of good choices is sometimes like critically important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude.
That thought's a little too deep for me. I didn't quite put my finger on it. I'm still working on that thought. I'll come back in a couple months with a better, more concise version of what it is that I'm feeling. That's one of those you got to turn the lights off in the shower and think about.
I mean, gnawing on this for a little bit.
It's like my mom didn't teach me how to be good to all the people. She like the Starbucks, the HEB line guy, the fucking person at the gas station. She wasn't like do this because of this and this and this. She just did it, and I love that about her. And now I try to do that in me just because of how much I appreciated it over there. It's not even like it wasn't a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm thinking about that one more.
Yeah, what to embody.
Yeah, what's a worthwhile to embody? Sometimes it's just watching someone embody it, not being taught it. Sometimes we can embody things other people embody.
Yeah, and we learn through osmosis, like watching people do things.
Definitely when you have a baby. I mean, like, she's doing anything I do,
Yeah.
I'll show her how to eat something and she's like, oh, okay.
And so, yeah, it helps you navigate this thing.
Yeah.
And then we're able to watch people and see and like obtain that through, I guess, kind of also what we perceive them to be thinking and how they manage their thought, action, behavior chain loop. what we perceive of that, and then what they say about it. Like we'll have people who do interviews, and then like we could be like, he's being a little inauthentic, or like, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't think. But some people are just like, that's who they. David Goggins is David Goggins. He's just a crazy motherfucker. Like,
You feel authenticity, you know?
Yeah, it's like people love comedians for that, like Dave Chappelle, like Joe Rogan. It's like he's not gonna try to fuck me over. He's not gonna try to control narrative on me and manipulate the mental jujitsu for me to think something that's not true, not truly in line with the truth on purpose.
Right.
If you're wrong, you're wrong. But, you know, if you're wrong on purpose, like knowingly bringing me down that path, like malevolence, yeah.
And you feel that too.
Mm-hmm. It's real. It's fucking real. Something going on.
Yeah. Life is a feeling process. Feeling process.
So much happening.
Did you hear interest? They said that the Holy Spirit was like a person, not like a force or an energy. It's like a person.
I've heard that expression for sure.
Like, I think I know what Jesus looks like. Because I watched The Chosen. I have like a mental image of Jesus.
I could put something, yeah.
What does God look like to you? Like the Father? If it's embarrassing,
Nothing.
you can say it. Oh, really? You don't have like a mental image?
No, I
For
think
me, it looks like Zeus.
Or I guess, yeah, whenever, like, definitely when I had, now I don't think it's like, I think it's like the white square Childish Gambino thing. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen that. I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the idea of that.
Yeah.
And then I guess, but yeah, definitely whenever, like Poseidon from Little Mermaid, for sure.
Yeah, right.
No, that was the guy I saw in my mind.
Yoked Greek god, white
yeah.
beard.
Oh yeah, Hercules too, you know?
Yeah.
Those cartoons. I love those movies.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, same.
Mm-hmm.
But then I don't have a mental image at all for what the Holy Spirit would look like as a person.
Mm.
I was like just playing with that thought the other day. I was like, I don't even know. I can't even like draw anything. It doesn't feel right. I don't know why.
I think it's like Jesus is like the representation, embodiment, and God is like the white square, and the Holy Spirit is the thing that like translates white square into what you see when you open your eyes. Something
Sensory
like that.
Perception.
Your spirit, whatever's animating this, giving you illumination.
Like, Pastor was pretty clear. It's a person, not the physics.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm like, because I agree.
Even in parable, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah, no, I agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, but to think of it as like a human being.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, it literally was like, it's a person, dog. Like, you would meet like 3 people. Like, you're not gonna go like engage with an energy. Maybe that white square, like, we can't see God. It would be like too much. You know,
it's
what I'm
too
saying?
much.
So the white square is like, I'm gonna show you void. I'm gonna show you nothing. Nothing like lightness. Nothing. Not like black,
just
dark,
pure
void.
light.
Yeah, pure light is. That's all I can give you, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'm gonna fry you. You can't handle omnipotence, omniscience.
You're just a little thing.
You got a little ego, bro.
You live in this thing, and like I fuel it, and like, or like being like a grain of sand versus like in a desert, or being like a drop of water versus like an ocean. It's like you're just a little thing.
My dad said something interesting that like entropy should have taken out people a long ass time ago. It's like the natural,
of life.
Yeah, the
Like
natural
what?
law of entropy. Like,
Okay.
Government itself should have entropinized by now, or like the whole.
Maybe it has. We just had there's Weekend at Bernie's, dog.
Yeah, right.
That's kind of what's I think kind of been happening, and people are like, "Yo, what's going on in this government thing, bro?"
But
What's
entropy
going
would be
on?
like death, though. That's the result of entropy.
Okay, yeah,
Like,
true death, yeah.
full decay,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not
Full revolt.
Yeah, maybe corruption's keeping it alive, but we're not. We haven't succumbed to entropy. Like, we still have food to eat. We still have some society structure, law and order, families, and then my dad was like, for me, that's a little like almost just proof. Not that you need proof, but like when I want to look at God sustaining us as a people, it's like, yeah, we're sustained. Like, life is still going on. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like you can think about all these conspiracies and all wonder about all of these things, but like ultimately, like you still have a life. You have a place to live. You got a job. If you didn't have these ones, you can get other ones. Like you can run life, and that's crazy because like entropy. Like then he's like, yes, like matter can't be created nor destroyed, but like entropy would still like deteriorate, rebirth. But like we haven't like died as a society since Christianity happened. So like there's something there. I'm like, oh wow, okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that.
Yo, the founding fathers. I was like, man, fuck this. We outie. We outie.
I think that worked because
This corruption. This is bullshit.
tyranny loses. Yeah,
Yeah,
doesn't win.
and then it just starts to spread again.
It is.
Just the sinful nature of the game, people. that evil force, whatever's generating that. I don't know.
You lose. Thanks for the competition. Life might be boring without you.
Yeah. It's the resistance, the thing that also is like supporting the thing that we're seeing. I remember kind of thinking about it and conceptualizing it as, I think that album had just come out, Childish Gambino album. It's like 3/15/2020, whatever, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was just numbers, and then he re-released it as a
titles,
title tracks and stuff. Yeah, but it was just numbers at first. I forget what's titled. Alta Vista? No, I couldn't tell you. That's a fucking wine. that's a Malbec.
It sounded right to me.
Something like that. I don't know. But that album had just come out, and just it was just a white square for the cover art of that album. And just thinking about that in regards to like that, me seeing these things, and like when you close your eyes, like what are you seeing? And then like, I guess, I don't know, maybe me, where like my eyes are open and my eyes are closed, is like kind of a fractal point, or like a crossing over, like a tug of war with something that's going on here. And then the thing that's generating, or like that is used as the foundation of my illumination, like what I'm seeing my illumination on, like the screen of my movie and like the character of my movie. It's like I'm watching the thing, and that thing is like, when I close my eyes, it's there. Like that's what it is. And then that's being generated from something else. And then when I open my eyes, I see this thing. But like, if you can't look directly at the light, it'll fucking blind you. You know, it's like the white squares. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. We're just this little thing. Just this little guy.
Yeah, I don't know what level of conviction he was saying that it's not a white square, or like when you meet God, it'll have like a physical form, like a person.
Mm.
I don't know if that's supported scripturally, where he's pulling that from, but apparently that's truth, because like my whole understanding is like to not limit him to a person form. From what I've
Who
seen.
am I?
Right? Yeah.
Who am I?
Of course.
And it's like, but the same argument could be used like, who you would, I guess, if it's like quoted scripturally. But I think even then, it's just like just the idea of like, who am I to say that my interpretation of these things is exactly correct? You know,
God might say like, I made you in the image of me. It's like, to like literally, like the way you look is how I look. Be like, oh shit, I never took it literally. I thought that was a parable. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But yeah, I would have to ask Pastor Ed. I kind of just like trust him like I trust JBP. Or enough where I shook my own. I have the same axiom as you, and I was just like, I just tore it down, and then I was like, well, what do I fill it with? And I had no answers. You know what I'm saying? Like Zeus, I fill it with Zeus.
Yeah, what does he look like? Zeus and Poseidon. It's like the dads from Hercules and Little Mermaid, of course.
I wondered, like, does
And we're
Hercules represent Jesus in some level? Because like Hercules to Zeus is like
the half man, half god.
it's kind of the correlation I have. You know what I'm saying? Is that my programming? Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Holy Spirit. I was like, is it a lady? Is it like a real eccentric, like a Dennis Rodman type?
A person, huge, small person, big person.
That's not a question we'll have the answer to anytime soon. That's more mental masturbation, as I heard someone call it. Kind of wasting your time thinking about interesting things.
That's a podcast of 4, baby. That's what we're here for.
Sure,
But
hopefully
we're also
give you tangible
diving. We're diving deep in the depths of life.
Yeah, thanks. Hopefully, like the water is more than anything. It's the water experience. Just feeling better than you did while you are doing whatever you're doing. Than you would if you
carrying you through these time segments that we call 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. It's like this makes me feel I'm chilling. I was like looking through, getting some of these podcast downloads, looking through which kind of episodes people are downloading, and then one of them, I don't even remember what episode it was. It was an early one, like first 20 for sure, first 10 maybe. But then like I just like clicked it, just like started listening to it, and then I was just like brought to a place of like still warm waters, like almost immediately, like within like the first like couple of minutes. I was just like, oh, this is so chill. And then like I got sad that I wasn't doing that, or I was like, I didn't come here to like sit, like when I listen to a Joe, I know I'm listening to a Joe, but I was like doing other stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like just checking it out in passing, and it was enough to like stop me in my in passing sort of like pursuit.
That's probably exactly what's happening to the people that are downloading. It might be just like click and like, oh wow, hold on, I'm gonna save that for the drive.
Let me just rock this, yeah, or figure it out. Yeah, just whenever you have those pockets of time, hopefully we make that passage of that pocket of time more enjoyable. More, at least chill, at least just like woo. Yeah, we catching Joe Rogan vibes. Don't know what's going on. Random things that be happening.
Breaking physics.
Yeah, breaking physics. The timing of things is not irrelevant. It's all important. It's all significant. The story is beyond your comprehension. You just get to take part in it. You get to experience it. Just float. We talked about it earlier. Just float. We're chilling. You can't really. Anything you use to try to conceptualize what's going on here is something you're using, and there's something that giving you the thing that you're using. It's like you can't get outside of it. You can't get outside of it. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. You can't do it.
God can.
Yeah, there's something outside of you. Yeah, whatever that is. God, for sure. You need to, at least in the parable abstract, you need to get there at least. There's something irrefutable going on here.
There's also a tangible relationship that you can have with God too.
Real feeling? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Both are true. It's like, yeah, and we don't know shit. I don't know anything.
We're doing our best.
I'm barely touching the cloak.
You're doing your best. Yeah, we're just going to kick it off. 116. Love y'all. Have a great rest of your life. Hopefully we made the water and passage of this time a little bit more enjoyable. A little more woo, 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 woo. Some JBP in there, a little Goggins in there, a little Joe Rogan comedy in there. And
a lot of MJ38.
That's MJ38, baby.
Yeah.
Keep pushing. Does it call? Answer that call. I'll see y'all in a billion years. Peace. Bye.
Rolling through the city to the light show. Really ain't no telling where we might